Welcome, everybody. We are live here at Clay County High School, ready for some volleyball action. Our first live event of 2025. We're bringing you volleyball. The Clay County Panthers hosting the Riverside Warriors. This is a scrimmage game, but we're glad you joined in with us. We have JV to start. Tonight we'll have best out of 3 JV, and then we'll move on to varsity, and they'll play best out of 5. So excited for that. I'm Alan Tanner, along with my partner Dylan Vaughn, and I think we're set to go. Dylan, are you here? Can you hear me?
I tell you what, we had some technical issues there for a minute, but I got to give a shout out to Justin Holbert, a.k.a. Swolby. He got us going where we need to be. I think we're ready to go now. Looks like the players are out on the court getting ready to get started.
I think you're right. I think we're set and ready to go. It will be, again, this is JV, Clay County hosting Riverside. This is best 2 out of 3. We're in set number 1 on the floor for the Panthers. We have 25, Hannah Gandy, number 19, Lainey Sears. That's number 17, Roxy Schoolcraft, number 11, Autumn Rapp. We also have number 6, that's Chloe 9. She's checking out for the libero. And number 18, Langston McKinney. And we're all set to go. It's going to be serve first to Clay County. That's Autumn Rapp. And jump serve goes over. And we're off. That hit into the net for the Warriors. And Clay County will take a 1-0 lead here in set number 1. And Autumn Rapp will serve once again. Rapp set to go. Little pause in play here. Looks like we got our officials tonight, Amanda Shelton and Bunny Taylor. They do a great job as always. That's a nice set just over the top of the net. Tipped out of bounds by 34 for the Warriors.
That is Kara King.
Kara King. Kara playing the back row there for the Warriors. That's tipped out of bounds. A really nice serve. A lot of speed on that and low. And able to go up 2-0. A good start here for the Panthers. That serve back over. It's returned. Panthers able to corral it. Now it's pushed over by Rapp. The Warriors returned that set. And Panthers is Roxy Schoolcraft with the push. And we got a nice volley going. This time that ball's hit hard again by number 16, King, and it's out of bounds.
That was a good volley right there. First good volley of the season from a JV team. That was impressive. I'm excited to see what the rest of this match has in store for us, Al.
Yes, and you know, Dil, every one of these girls you see on the floor for the Panthers are freshmen. Were playing at the middle school last year, so their first high school action. Pretty impressive so far. And the libero for the Panthers, that's number 3, Bailey Frame with a nice hit. Able to put some spin on that ball, and it's in. That hit the line, and it is in, and the Panthers continue to lead. It's now 3-0, and we have a quick timeout on the floor, and a really good start for this Panther team.
Yeah, that was impressive. I actually talked to the middle school coach today. She teaches with me. Her name's Anessa Collins, and she gave me some insight on some of these players you're going to be seeing for Clay tonight on the JV side. Kennedy Adkins, you're going to see her some. She plays back row setter, and Mrs. Collins said that she really got better throughout the season at her jump serves. And lady we've been seeing here, Autumn Rapp, she was singing her praises as well, saying she's a great setter. Jump serve, she worked on that all year, and she got better at it. And we're starting to see that here tonight. She's done an excellent job. Lainey Sears played middle hitter last year. She was a good blocker at the net. Roxy Schoolcraft turned into a great hitter. She worked hard. She was a consistent server. And she really sang the praises of Gracie Cottrell, said she was a very coachable player and soaked all the information she could get her in. So seeing these players out here, I know a lot of the parents and everyone has to be very proud to see their kids out here playing.
I tell you, this looks like a very well-coached middle school team, and this time Rapp unable to get that ball down. Just a little too much power on that serve, and that'll be a side out Riverside, and they'll get their first serve of the night. That's number 20, Emmy Rumberg for the Warriors, ready to serve. Panthers are set. A nice hit. Ball nearly out of bounds, and this time it'll go out of bounds. The Panthers unable to corral it, and that's a point. It's now 4-2 Panthers. And as you were mentioning, this group of girls are all 9th graders, very well coached in middle school. As you can tell is evident here, this looks like a high school volleyball game. So really big things for the Panthers. Roxy Schoolcraft unable to corral that one. That serve came low and fast and tried to bump it there, just went a little bit askew out of bounds, and just like that, it's a 4-3 game, and Rumberg ready to serve again. Good hard serve. Rapp will push it over. But right there with it is the Warriors, but they're unable to hit it over. That's 16, Braylee Kopning. She's seen a lot of action so far. Looks like to be the main hitter for the Warriors. He just wasn't able to get enough air under that, and it is 5-3 Panthers.
Looks like number 5, Alexis Pearson's checked into the game for the Panthers.
Alexis Pearson into the game, a 10th grader. That serve, a really nice serve. Or did they call that? No, they called that out. I'm sorry. That's an out. And that, just like that, Riverside will go back to serving, and they'll get the point. This is Jaylee Breeden now with the serve. Rapp with the set. Schoolcraft with the push. Riverside returning it, and it's Kopning again. Just was a little too close to the net that time to really have anything, to be able to do anything with it. So point Panthers. It's a 6-4 lead, and back into the game now for the Panthers is number 6, and that is Chloe 9, 9th grader. Now serving for the Panthers, it's number 19, Lainey Sears. Nice dig by the Warriors, but right back come the Panthers, and that's a double hit. That's King again. Kara King unable to return that one, and Panthers looking good here early on.
I'll tell you what, Al, something you don't really appreciate unless you're here watching is how fast these matches go.
A real speed, such a speed difference than the middle school level. So that set just a little unable to get it up high enough. Probably hit off the hand a little low. And Riverside will take the ball. Number 40 now checking into the game. Camille Kelly in for the Warriors, checking in for Reagan Beasy.
Yeah, she's going to be on that front line. Watch and see what she can do over there on that left side.
Really tall. Look for her to make some blocks. And it's Kopning with the serve. Panthers unable to return that. Yeah, a little miscommunication. Looked like the libero was there for a moment. Also,
Hannah Gandy was there looking. Just kind of got a little miscommunication on that back line. They'll get it lined out.
That's some stuff you'll see early on here in the scrimmage, so get those worked out before the season. Rapp with the set. Schoolcraft with the hit, just too far out of bounds.
And that ball came right at our heads. We want to protect this equipment the best we can because we know it's not cheap. So we're going to be on the lookout for that.
Yep, that was Roxy Schoolcraft. I would say her mother, Lindsay, who sang a beautiful national anthem, told her to do that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, the set, that's Pearson with the push. Able to get it over. Right back to the Panthers. A good little volley going here. This time the set just a little too close to the net. 9 not able to do anything with it. And just like that, Riverside takes the lead 8-7. Kopning has really provided a big spark for them on the serve line here. So let's see if we can't get a side out. Nice. Frame with a nice hit. They're able to get it back over. It's set. Watch for the hit. And no, she just caught it.
Too many
hits. Yeah, that'll be a side out Panthers, and it's 8-8.
Number 8 checking in for Riverside, 18, I'm sorry, and that would be Sakiah Hutchinson, a.k.a. Hutch, according to the coach. So we'll see what she can do on that back line there.
Skylar Taylor checking in for the Panthers, along with Kennedy Adkins. And Adkins put in to serve. Good history of being able to serve here. Good jump serve, as Dylan, you mentioned early in the broadcast. So we'll see what she's got. Indeed, a good serve. Warriors able to return it. That set went a little wrong, and Panthers are set up right here for a hit. 9 pushes it. And that's a double hit.
That's a good effort. Looked like it might have gone out of the back line there on the first hit, but you got to do what you got to do and try to make a play.
Get them close, and they'll have to hit it. Adkins again with the serve. Panthers lead 9-8. Ball got on her quick, and Riverside returns the volley, and now it's the Panthers again. A little miscommunication, but they're able to save it, and Pearson bumps it over. Riverside set for the hit, and she puts it right where they're not.
That was a perfect little touch play there. We're looking for the spike almost, and you just kind of feather it over the net.
Yeah, it looks like we had ready to to make a block, and then the dink just able to push that thing over, and it's 9-9, and we have another timeout. So good JV volleyball action here early on. The Panthers will take a timeout here and see if they can't get things reset and get that serve back. A little bit about the Panthers. Of course, this is not the varsity team. However, looking for vast improvement this year. The Panthers struggled mightily last year. However, looking for big improvements. We did lose 3 seniors from last year. Mackenzie Edwards played really good defense and came in and provided a lot of leadership for the Panthers. Maddie Morton was, of course, our setter. Her sister Bookland's on the team this year. Maddie, I believe, set the school record in terms of setting, and so she's going to really be missed. And then, of course, Riley Burkhammer, many of you, any volleyball fans know her. She's off at Fairmont State playing now, so a lot of shoes to fill, but we got the girls to do it, so I'm excited to see what this season holds. And back out on the floor come the Panthers. It's Nine, Pearson, and Adkins on the front line for the Panthers. And it's Kara King set to serve. Pearson bumps it. Adkins able to return that. I couldn't quite see from my vantage point.
Something I'm impressed with there, Al, communication. I could hear those girls calling for the ball even over the top of our headphones. So that's what you want to hear. You don't want people not knowing who's going after the ball, and they did a good job there and got the point.
Great communication. Langston McKinney now just checked in. She's going to be the server for the Panthers. Good serve, just over the top of the net. Riverside makes a nice play. A setup for the hit. And it's Gandy back the other way, just a little too hard. Didn't get enough elevation there before she hit it, and that ball just sailed over the back line. And it's 10-10. Back to the serve line for the Warriors. That's Barbie Eggleton. She is ready. And that one just kind of hit off the side of her hand there and spun into the net. So easy point for the Panthers. We will take it. And back into the game to play on the front line is Lainey Sears, number 19. And set to serve is Bailey Frame, the libero for tonight's game. Frame with the serve. Riverside sets, and the hit, unable to make connection there. That was number 2 for the Warriors, Jaylee Breeden. Just unable to make good contact with that ball, and it's a point Panthers. And Frame will get set to serve once again. Couple hard bounces, and the serve a little wide. I thought that last one was close to the line. Riverside returned it, but that one just a little wide.
Yeah, it looks like she might be trying to place it over there on that right side, just in the perfect spot. Just missed it there by a couple feet. She's just a freshman. She's going to get better, and she's going to tell you next time she does that, she's going to get it right there in the box.
Maybe a little nerves tonight as well. Again, this is the first time these girls have played any high school volleyball really in front of a home crowd, and a nice crowd tonight as well, I got to say. So good support. We're glad to see fans out. This time the serve, really good serve.
Yes.
We let it go. It hit right on the line. I don't think we would have been able to return that one anyway, so probably a good play there, but it
Al,
came
I believe that in the volleyball world, that is called an ace.
An ace.
An ace.
Very good.
We're picking up on that terminology. We're still working on it, but we'll get there.
You volleyball fans, help us out a little bit, but we're getting better as the season goes. This serve is way out of bounds, and that is not an ace.
A little too much power on that one. She might have got a little happy with that last ace. Tried to say, I'm going to do it again. A little too much power on it.
And back in the front line, checks in Roxy Schoolcraft. Roxy's a hitter for the Panthers, so looking for some points here. The set for Riverside, and
good dig.
Good dig. And it's Schoolcraft with a nice hit. Riverside able to return it, and it's Copening back the other way. Good volley here going for the Panthers. Wrap the set. Schoolcraft the hit, and out of bounds, unable to return it is the Warriors. And a nice play there as the Panthers take a 14-12 lead here in set number 1.
It's so impressive to see these JV girls out here getting those volleys back and forth. It'd be easy just to let the ball fall sometimes, but they're really going after it.
Yes, 2 very well-coached teams here. I'm impressed. That serve by Rapp is returned. And not able to get it. That was 18 for the Panthers. Langston McKinney with the dig. She's just unable to get enough on it to push it the right way. And
I still like the effort. I still like the effort. Even though that ball looked like it was going out of bounds by, what, 20 feet? They're still going after it hard, try to get it back in play.
Absolutely. And set to serve for the Warriors. That's Emmy Rumberg. A nice set. It's bumped by Schoolcraft and didn't leave Gandy much room to do anything with it. That ball just kind of shot straight toward the net. She's unable to get her hands under it, and that's out of bounds. And just like that, it's tied, and that's kind of the way volleyball goes. Back and forth, a seesaw battle. Rumberg set to serve. And that ball's going to be out, way out of bounds. And we'll take those anytime we can give them. Those give me points are what we want.
Absolutely. Here comes Hannah Gandy coming to serve. She's a freshman. See what she can do on that back line.
Gandy has had a couple nice digs. Alexis Pearson now checking into the front line for the Panthers. She's got some height. She'll be able to provide some protection up there along the net. That served really good, but Riverside able to return it. Bumped over by Koepning. The Panthers are set to return it again. That was Sears returned it.
Nice.
Good volley still going. Rapp with the set. Schoolcraft pushes it over. The Warriors able to return it again, and they let it go, and it was out. That ball out right along the line.
Al, I can't overstate how impressive these volleys are. They back and forth, diving on the floor after the ball.
A lot of
impressive.
Good digs. A lot of kids. The kids are hustling out there for sure. That serve by Gandy is going to be returned. Gandy hitting the floor with the dig. Schoolcraft with the push. Nearly got a point. Koepning returns it, but it was too far out of bounds, too much power. And again, the Panthers with the point. They keep putting the pressure on the Warriors to return that ball back, and it's paying off. It's a 17-14 lead. We're in set number one. If you're just joining us, Gandy with the serve. This is her third serve in a row now, so a nice little run, and that's going to be another point for the Panthers. That was Jaylee Breeden. Had that ball set for a nice hit. She just couldn't connect there. Maybe got a little nervous and missed that ball. And Gandy will serve again. Serve number 4. And that'll go the Panthers' way. We feel the momentum starting to shift in the Panthers' favor now. 5-point lead. Gandy getting in a nice little groove here with her serve.
It's got to feel good as a freshman being back there getting all these points in a row. You get into that little rhythm. You don't want to get out of that rhythm here. See if we can keep it going.
Yeah, and courtside here, you can kind of see the smiles start to appear for the Panthers. They know that they feel that momentum shift as well. King is set. She hits it again. Too much power. Just unable to place that ball where it needs to be, and the Panthers extend their lead. It's 20-14, and right back to set to serve Hannah Gandy. This time she'll serve from the left side of the floor.
Another good one.
Nice dig, and it's Koepning with the hit. And that was actually a nice hit right there. Frame tried to get up underneath that ball, just couldn't. And that'll fall in, and that kind of stops the run there. We'll see if we can't get a side out here and get right back on the scoreboard. Serving for the Warriors, that's Jaylee Breeden. A nice serve. Pearson with a nice dig. It's set by Rapp, and a little confusion. Pearson bumps it over. Right back to Riverside. Koepning hits it. Rapp with the dig. Now Gandy to Schoolcraft. Returned again by the Warriors, but not in the right spot. And that volley just keep putting the pressure on the other team, and it's paying off. 21-15.
Looks like we're placing the ball pretty well. Not really trying to put a lot of power behind that one. She just kind of saw where Riverside was and placed it pretty well.
Set to serve for the Panthers, Lainey Sears, number 19. And just unable to. It was almost a really good serve. Turned out to be just a little low, right into the net. And that's those give me points that we've done a good job of collecting. And let's not make a habit of that.
Correct.
In for the Warriors, that's number 40. Camille Kelly back on the front line. Koepning involved in a lot of action so far. She's set to serve, and they'll give it right back to us. 22-16 Panthers. Checking into the ball game for the Panthers, that's number 14, Skylar Taylor, a 10th grader. Checking in for Autumn Rapp.
Kennedy Adkins coming in as well to serve.
Adkins checking in for Schoolcraft. And again, we mentioned it before, Adkins has a really nice serve. So advantage Panthers here. And we're nearly to the game point. Game will go to 25. Nice serve, hard serve. Riverside unable to get a set. They just have to bump it back over. And this is set up nicely for the Panthers. Unable to connect, but they return it. It's a double hit. Kelly wasn't too happy if she couldn't get that one. And King also just really frustrating for the Warriors, unable to get a good set for a hit. And the Panthers extend their lead by 7, 23-16. Adkins with the nice serve again. This time Riverside able to return it. Adkins with the set, Pearson with the push. Right back comes Riverside, it's King. The set by Frame, the hit by Pearson this time. Another good volley here. Riverside will return it, and it was very close. They're gonna give that point some mix up there. It's a scrimmage too for the officials. They're doing a great job here and able to laugh that one off. They both pointed in different directions, but they are gonna give that point to Riverside. 23-17.
That was probably the closest we've seen all evening, but it could have gone either way.
This time the serve from the Warriors out of bounds. And again, just the give me points for the Panthers have really helped them. Let's take advantage here.
I believe this is going to be the point for game, right?
Game point here for the Panthers. And ready to serve is Langston McKinney. 9th grader Miss McKinney is all set to go. Good hard serve. Uh-oh, could be it. And the bump from Riverside's number 18, Sakaya Hutchinson, just returns it in a really bad spot there, so unfortunate luck for the Panthers. Let's see if we can get a side out here in the game point. Nice serve. That was number 3 for the Warriors, Barbie Eggleton. And you know, as we were speaking to their assistant coach here, she mentioned Barbie Eggleton may be getting some time in the varsity game, and that may very well be why. That was a really nice serve.
I don't think there's much anybody could have done with that serve. Like you said, that was almost a perfect serve in the perfect spot.
Yeah, McKinney really just tried to do something with it. Eggleton served now. Nice dig by Gandy. Adkins saves it. Back bumped over by 9. Riverside will return it. The hit, it's out. And that is the game point. So just like that, scrimmage number 1, the Panthers take the lead. And Dylan, can we get a replay on that one?
We can give it a shot.
Folks, we're going to try to bring you a replay. And maybe we won't bring you a replay.
We're still working the bugs out here. But just trust us. If you didn't see it, it was an excellent way to end the ball game, end the match. It's exciting for those girls, especially for the ones first high school action, getting in there, getting a win in that first set there.
Well, you're right. Good action, 25-18, a pretty solid victory for the Panthers. And this Riverside club is not a bad volleyball team. So this is a good test. And as far as JV goes, really impressive. And while we got a break here a minute, folks, let me remind you, tomorrow night's our coaches show. We will be live at 6 o'clock. We have a couple people on hand that are scheduled to be there. Coach Matt Stricker of the cross-country team, we'll be talking to him, and Danielle Champ, the volleyball coach that's coaching here tonight, will be guests. And you never know who might show up. Maybe get a word with one of the football coaches, as, of course, they were able to scrimmage a really good Sherman team last Saturday and put on a pretty good performance. We'll scrimmage again on Friday night, and maybe we'll be able to take our stuff on the road with us and broadcast that one to you. We'll let you know for sure. But we may have a football coach guest, you never know, and anybody that comes by. So we're excited for that. That's 6 o'clock tomorrow night. If you're not able to watch it live, you can watch it back after it's recorded, but we will be live tomorrow night in studio for our weekly coaches show.
Now, I've heard a lot of people talking. They watched that show. They're excited for Clay County sports. They're excited to be able to watch things online when they can't make it to the event. Like you said, we got an excellent crowd here tonight. But if you weren't able to make it out, and you can sit at home on the couch and watch a volleyball match, what better way? What better way to enjoy some high school sports than with WVRC Clay on YouTube? We're going to be live on Facebook here shortly. Not today. Probably the next couple of weeks we'll be able to go live on Facebook as well. Right now we're on the YouTube stream. So keep the lookout on Facebook as well, and we'll keep bringing you these matches, these sporting events, all these different activities for Clay County.
Yep, and also you can shoot us an email or type in the chat if you see something that maybe we can improve on. We're always looking for suggestions. Just want to highlight these kids. You know, these are the ones, if you didn't watch the coaches show, these girls have been practicing since early August. So basically their summer is cut 2-3 weeks short, and they're out here running, playing volleyball, doing all the things to get ready for the season, and we want to make sure that the public gets to see all the hard work they've put in. So,
absolutely. I was thinking back to when we played, Al, and we'd come up from football two-a-days, and those girls would still be practicing in a hot gym, possibly hotter
yes.
in that gym than it was out on the field. So
Yes.
I know they put in tremendous hours of work. So it's good to highlight them, let them be on camera for a while and be highlighted here.
Absolutely. And we're set to go for set number 2. Panthers leading 1-0. In the game, it looks like we have on the front line Rapp, Gandy, and Sears. Back line, we have Nine, Pearson, and Schoolcraft. And the libero may be coming in here shortly, Bailey Frame. Riverside will start with the serve.
Regan Beasy.
Regan Beasy. We heard that name some in the first set, so she'll look to get things started for the Warriors and tie this set up. And I don't know about you, but I'd just like to go ahead and sweep this thing and 2-0 and get on to some varsity action.
Absolutely. Get out of here with a win. Make these girls feel good about how well they played this evening.
Beasy with the serve, and not allowed to do that.
Good try. If you were allowed to do it, that would have been a great play.
I think she kind of hit King unexpectedly there, and we'll take it. It's 1-0.
Not much you can do there. Just trying to get out of the way.
Again for the Panthers, Rapp will start off with the serve. She has a nice jump serve. It's returned, and she was into the net. That was 17 in purple. Reagan Beasy into the net there, and it will be, no, correction.
I believe they said somebody on Clay's front line.
Our side on the net, so my mistake, and it's 1-1. Jay Breeden now with the serve for the Warriors, and she's unable to get it over the net. So not a good start for the Warriors here.
Maybe some nerves again. You know, you're just getting back out on the court after you had your little break. Get back out there. Takes a minute to get warmed up. 2-1 Riverside here. And Hannah Gandy with the serve.
Checking in for the Panthers, number 18, Langston McKinney, another 9th grader. Gandy serve hard. It's returned by Breeden. The set and confusion there. A little frustration there. It was King went for it, but then backed off. And Barbie Eggleton was there. I think neither of them ended up with it. And it's 3-1 Panthers. Another nice serve by Gandy. They're unable to return it. That dig shot it straight into the net, and it's 4-1 Panthers.
And I tell you what, think back to our last set, and who was the spark for the Panthers? Hannah Gandy running off a nice little run here again. Let's see if she can keep it going.
Just a good player.
Again, that's unfortunate.
That bump goes right into the speakers up top. And Hannah Gandy will continue her serve. And it is 5-1 Panthers.
I believe there was some confusion there. The ball went up and hit the speakers. Wasn't sure if we could still play it. She just caught the ball. I believe you can still play it, part of the court. I'm not sure
yes,
on that.
As long as it comes back on your side, you can still play that. Now, if it goes to the other side, it's a point for the other team. And this bump by Beasy, not able to get over the net. And it's a timeout. I figured that was coming. The Warriors showing a little frustration there, and that can happen easily in this game. And Bunny Taylor awarding the timeout. And so we'll get a chance to get a little break here. And I want to mention something else while we're on break. Notice the student section for the Panthers. A lot of students showing up here to support their volleyball team. Of course, open house was tonight, so we got a lot of parents and students in the house. School starts Monday, so it's good to see, even though they're on summer break, these kids coming out and supporting their classmates. It really makes it fun. You know how it is as an athlete, especially at this age, to play in front of a big crowd.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's good to see your peers up there, and you want to show out for them. And also, this is a good time for some of these younger girls to show their coach, hey, I can play in these big moments.
Absolutely.
You practiced all summer. Now you're playing against another team. This is a good chance for some of these girls to say, I can bump up and get some minutes with the varsity squad. And I tell you, I'm impressed by a lot of these Clay girls.
Yes, you know, looking over the roster, there are some young ninth graders on Riverside's squad that will be playing some varsity. And wouldn't surprise me from what we see tonight if we see some ninth graders for the Panthers stepping up in the next game as well. Gandy still with the serve. Another nice serve. That bump goes over the net. The Panthers return it. Now Copening returns it. The Panthers with the set. And the bump is McKinney, just not quite hard enough. Really, she tried to push that one over the net. Probably should have just gave it a regular bump and lived to see another day. But
I remember playing volleyball during gym class in high school. I did that a lot. You think you're getting a nice little bump over the net, and it just –
that ball gets on you fast.
It almost melts in your fingers.
Yes. It's Copening set to serve, and again, another serve into the net. That's been an ailment all night for the Warriors. They're kind of shooting themselves in the foot. Just giving us a point and then having to try to get the side out for the return. For the Panthers, that's Lainey Sears, number 19, set to serve. And she has a nice jump serve. It's a hard serve. Riverside with the set. King with the hit. Looks like that one's going to fall in, and
said they touched it, just tipped it off of her fingers in that back row.
Yeah, I think that was in anyways. So nice play for Riverside there. Panthers will have to work that one out. Looks like Coach Champ's out telling them something, maybe giving them some instruction on what to do. Maybe talk a little louder. I heard them talking to each other, but it looked like maybe some of them backed off at the wrong time. So
looks like we have Emmy Rumberg and Olivia Kirk checking in for Riverside here.
Rumberg and Kirk checking in, and the Panthers are set. We got 9 Rapp, Schoolcraft, Gandy, Frame, and McKinney in the ball game for the Panthers. And once again, theme of the night for the Warriors, another serve into the net.
You think it gets into their head maybe a little bit?
I would say.
You see one, you see another, you see another. You start trying to overcorrect, and that's when you can really have problems.
And Kennedy Adkins, again, she checks in to serve. She has a really nice serve, a hard serve. Jump serve here, so we'll see what she can provide, and let's take advantage while they're down, and let's make some hay here and get some points on the board. And that one's into the net. Just unable to take advantage. Don't want to let them hang around too much here.
It looked like Riverside's figured out what Kennedy's trying to do. She's trying to come over to this opposite side a lot. They're kind of almost overloading this side, saying hit it that way, hit it that way, hit it that way, but
yeah, they've kind of figured out where she wants to serve it, and they're waiting on it. This serve is towards Frame, and she just kind of tries to bump it while she gets out of the way to nobody there. Tough play, and it's 8-5 now, and just like that, the Warriors back in it. It's Barbie Eggleton. Really good serve here. She hits it hard.
Nice play.
Gandy with a nice dig. Adkins pushes it back over, and we're set again. This time the Warriors bump it over. It's Adkins to Frame to McKinney with the push.
Perfect.
Nice placement there, and that's a point. You know, McKinney is a player that hits the floor a lot, and she's not the one you're going to set and get a hard hit from, and she did just what she needed to do. She placed that ball with a nice little push into the open area, and that's a good volleyball play.
Absolutely.
Alexis Pearson set to serve. Pearson serve right on the edge. It's in. Riverside but is there to bump it over right in between two Panther players. Pearson and Frame unable to get to it.
That's 2 really good plays in a row, one for Clay, one for Riverside. The last 2 plays, you really couldn't have walked the ball over and sat it down in a more perfect spot than those girls have hit it to. So kudos to them. Nice couple of plays here back to back.
Yes. Copening now back on the front line. Watch for her to for the hit. And it's Hutch with the serve. Serves it right to Gandy, and Gandy that one just got away from her. Not really sure, wasn't under a lot of pressure. I think she sometimes has better digs when they're tougher to get to.
Absolutely. She's made some really nice diving plays tonight.
Yes. So Hutchinson will be set to serve again. This time it's a high serve. Gandy returns it. Adkins with the set. 9 with the hit, and that's how you do it.
Perfectly placed again.
Bump, set, hit for a point, and
That's
it's
right.
10-7 Panthers. Nice play there by 9. She was able to get on top of that ball and really just put it in a really tough spot for Riverside to get to.
Nothing anybody from Riverside could have done with that one. Perfect spot.
All right, now to set. It's set to serve. I apologize. Bailey Frame, and
Got a little
pump fake
pause
there.
here.
Just kidding.
Coach is talking to Bunny over there about something. Maybe dinner plans later.
I would say, yeah, probably telling her how nice that blue shirt looks.
Absolutely.
A bright blue SSAC shirt.
Yes.
Here's the set. Koepning with the hit, but she hit it right into the net.
You could see she was setting up for that spike attempt.
And
Might have
Sears
gotten a
was
little
there.
overzealous on that.
Yeah, Sears was there for the block. I'm not sure she was going to make that block, and Koepning just hit it so hard it went right into the net. Made contact on the downwards part of her swing. Frame with a nice serve again. That ball bumps back over, and the set was by Skylar Taylor. Just no one there to hit it. And it's back Riverside. It's 11-8.
I believe I just saw Miss Trish Triplett walk in front of the camera there, getting some airtime.
Absolutely. And it's a set by Adkins. It's a hit by Sears. A nice hit, just a little too hard. That point will go to Riverside. And it's another point, 11-9. Riverside leads. Panthers have a 1-0 lead in the set. Best of 3 here. Pearson with the dig. Back to Pearson. She tried to set it there, just couldn't get underneath it enough, and just kind of pushed it into the ground there. And it is an 11-10 game, and we have a new ball game here.
Yeah, Clay's had a nice little lead in both sets now, and Riverside's clawing their way back in both of them.
This time it's Frame with the bump. Adkins bumps it, and now Frame's going to try to push it back. A little two-man game there. Just no connection. Looked like maybe some miscommunication.
And just like that, Al, look up at the scoreboard. It's 11-11.
11-11. I would really like to get out of here with a 2-0 win. We'll see. This time the serve is hit to Frame, to Adkins. Back to Frame. She's able to bump it over. Koepning back the other way, and we got a volley going here. Adkins with the push. This time Riverside is going to be unable to return it. Hutchinson there wasn't sure if it was tipped, if it was going to be their point, and she just couldn't get it over. And it's another point, Clay County. And set to check in is Rapp. She'll serve. She's in for Taylor. Schoolcraft coming in for Adkins.
Kara King and Reagan Beasy coming in for Riverside here.
On the floor for the Panthers, you have Rapp, Pearson, Frame, Schoolcraft, Nine, and Gandy. Those 3 on the front row. Serving is Rapp. She usually has a pretty good serve, so we'll see if we can't take advantage here of this. The jump serve, right where it needs to be. It's returned by Riverside, and the Panthers just didn't expect that. One hit, the dig kind of served its purpose there. Just barely clipped the net on the way back over in one hit, and caught us off guard there.
Another well-placed ball by Riverside there. Tie the match up 12-12.
Jenna Nichols to serve for the Warriors. No relation to Coach Jason Nichols, our football coach, and Jenna served just a little too hard. Out of bounds, and she'll check out of the game. Tough, you come in, make one mistake, and they get you right back out.
Right.
It's Gandy. Gandy, oh, I really thought we may be able to start a volley here. Start a run, and Gandy's serve goes into the net. That's a big one.
I'll tell you what, Al, though, somebody's going to make a run here in a minute and go off on a 4 or 5 point string and take a nice little advantage. And if not, if we keep going back and forth, then it's going to make for an exciting finish at the end.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll get an extra game of volleyball.
Absolutely.
Everybody wants that.
Absolutely.
McKinney now checks in for the Panthers. Frame with the bump to Rapp. She bumps it. It's Frame again. Returns it. Koepning now trying to get it back over the net. They got one hit to do it, and that's going to hit in the ceiling, and that's out of bounds. That almost went through the open hole in the ceiling. That would have been impressive. Just unable to make that happen.
Still an impressive volley there. I mean, we went back and forth a couple of times, and just a miss hit there.
I wonder if you get any points if you volley it into the hoop.
I'd say give them 3.
If they're behind the three-point line.
That's right.
All right, it's the serve for Sears, and she tried a jump serve there. It looked like she just kind of didn't get her footing, and it's 14-14.
And we are joined here by head football coach Jason Nichols. Jason Nichols behind
Coach
us.
stepping up with us. Coach, you want to come in a little bit and give us your thoughts? We'll get a mic set up for Coach Nichols here as that ball is out of bounds right over towards us, and it is going to be Panther ball. 15-14 now. And we're trying to get Coach Nichols in to talk a minute. I think, did we have a third headset there if you maybe want to get it out of the bag? Coach, how's it going?
Oh, man, we are wonderful. How are you doing?
Doing well. I know you're enjoying this JV volleyball action here.
Oh, yeah, just walked in the door.
I'll tell you, something you're going to notice if you stick around long, this has been a well-coached team from the middle school level. I think it may be Anissa Collins, the coach, and she's done a tremendous job because this group looks like a high school volleyball team game one.
Well, Abby Boggs actually is the coach up at the middle school.
Abby Boggs, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I was the AD up there a couple years ago, and as far as I know, she's still the coach. Anissa, I do believe, is the assistant.
Well, we would be remiss if we didn't mention Abby. Abby, if you're watching, we appreciate it. You're doing a good job with these girls, and keep it up, helping us here at the high school level. And that is another serve by Hannah Gandy. And, Coach, you'll hear that name a lot. She gets on a run here with serving. Or she returned it. She didn't serve it, I'm sorry. But a good player right there, and it's Kennedy Adkins will be set to serve. And, Coach, we're looking to maybe be out there Friday night. I know you got another scrimmage against Shady Spring. Unfortunate you were facing an illness and wasn't able to join us on the Coaches Show. Can you tell us a little bit about what your thoughts were from Sherman?
Oh, yeah, I thought this past Saturday we went down, broke in a new quarterback, broke in a couple new guys. I thought overall, it was a little, maybe even coaches normally wouldn't say something like this, but maybe even a little better than we expected at times. There was definitely things we can certainly clean up.
Sure.
But there were things that we liked. Most of our issues that we had on Saturday were issues that come with experience more than issues that come with talent. So,
well, I was really impressed by some of the kids that stepped in there that had never played high school football. And in big pressure situations, we had some freshmen and young guys in the secondary, and that's a good Sherman football team. Fans need to know that. That's a playoff team from a year ago, advanced to the second round. So if you get a chance to come out and watch the Panthers this year, you will want to do so under new quarterback Cooper Collins. This season looks to be fun, and I'm excited for it.
Is Dylan coming back?
He will be back in just a moment. Okay. We got Kennedy Adkins is set to serve.
Kennedy is Jordan Adkins, and Stephanie I can't remember what was Stephanie.
She was a Boffman, I believe.
Adkins, that's their daughter.
Two good athletes in their time here in Clay High School. So we're unable to return that volley, and it is 18-15, and I am not updating the score here, so maybe I better do that.
Oh, let's not get lost in what we're doing. Has the varsity already went?
The varsity's coming up next, okay. And they'll be playing best out of 5. And
this is scrimmage, right?
Yep. Another ace by the Warriors, and it is 18-16. Nice dig by Hannah Gandy. The set by Adkins. The hit by 9, just unable to get it over the net. Good play there, just unable to connect. That was 9 on the hit. She plays a mean front row and is very dangerous there. So we'll look to try that one more time. This time the return, a little miscommunication there. Gandy unable to return it. And just like that, folks, it is 18-18. Set number 2. Panthers lead 1-0. And fans, if you haven't ever had a chance to come out to a volleyball game, it's pretty exciting stuff. So I always think you're going to want to come out and watch the Panthers this year.
Definitely quick pace for sure. There's a lot of action. My daughter played for a handful of years. It's a lot of quick pace.
Yes. And a timeout by the Panthers. They fell behind 19-18. And so, Coach, this is WVRC Clay County Sports, of course, brought to you by Clay County Schools. We want to give a shout-out and a thanks to Andrew Miller of 104.7 and Swolby as well for providing this opportunity for us in conjunction with Clay County Schools. And, Coach, do you think this is going to be a major impact as far as exposure goes for our athletes?
Oh, WVRC, absolutely. Yes. There's, we've already heard different stories about how this is going to impact, our kids. are familiar with WVRC from Roane County already,
Yes.
having it, and I think it's once people catch on to it, I think definitely it's going to impact our school. It's going to impact our kids. Our kids are going to love being able to watch themselves. Our parents and grandparents are going to love to be able to watch it.
Absolutely. We're set to go here, and that's a really nice serve. That's Eggleton. Eggleton has really been a problem for us when she is serving, and we've got to find a way here. It's 20-18. We fell behind. A nice little run by Riverside, and we need something to happen here. And Eggleton serve now. This time, return volley by Taylor. Frame's going to bump it back over. The set for Riverside, and it's Kelly's going to hit it out of bounds, and that's the break we needed. We finally got that side out, and it is 20-19. And checking into the ball game for the Panthers, 10th grader Alexis Pearson. She'll check in for McKinney, and the serve is now in the hands of Pearson. She'll check in to serve, and usually when they check in to serve, it's a good sign. So we'll see if she can make something happen. A little miss bounce there. She's ready. The serve right where it needs to be. Returned immediately by Riverside. That's number 12, and her name is Macy Balser. Balser's done that a couple times now. Digs it right out of the middle and just puts it in a place where we're unable to do anything with it. So she'll make a nice play, and as a reward, she'll get a rest, and back in comes Copening. Copening on that front line can be very, very dangerous, so let's keep it away from her. And set to serve is Camille Kelly. Camille's serve is high and short. Adkins with the bump. Frame returns it, and they'll set, getting ready for the block. It's back over to our side already. Pearson. Adkins the set, the push by Gandy. Back the other way. Frame pushes it. The Panthers unable to do anything with it, however, and it is 23. We'll get caught up with the score here. I apologize. 22-19. Riverside High School. Kelly serve again high, lofty. We're able to get underneath it, and it's Gandy. Bumps it right back over, but Riverside set for the spike, and they're unable to do it. They just hit it right back into the net. That was number 23, Jenna Nichols, and that, again, no relation to you, Coach, but
nope.
That is a Nichols. Of course, we know she'd be an athlete.
Oh, yes.
And so Panthers right back on the board. It's back and forth. It's 22-20.
Boy, we got a good crowd out here tonight.
Very good crowd. Of course, we got open house going on tonight, so a lot of people in the building, and even on summer break, these kids are out supporting their peers, so that's really exciting.
Well, the kids deserve a good crowd, you know.
Absolutely.
A lot of times, a lot of volleyball teams, people don't realize just how good athletes these volleyball players are.
Yes, absolutely, and they work hard in the summer. And Coach, as we, start to wrap up this second game here, as fans are watching, the turf project coming along well. I haven't been down to take a look, but the last time I was down there, looked like they had a lot of it rolled out, and super nice, as that's a point for the Panthers, 22-22. I know you're, how's the excitement building for the kids in the football locker room when they look out the window and see that turf?
Oh, they like it. They, not having to drive to practice, killing the practice time, being able to take advantage of that, going directly to practice instead of that 20-minute drive to and from.
Yes.
Giving our opponent that extra 40 minutes each day advantage. Let's make sure we catch this point here before.
Pearson's going to bump it to Adkins. Adkins with the push, and looks like Copening got in the net, and it is 23 all.
We'll take that one.
Absolutely. And, yeah, I think you said it. We traveled a lot of fields throughout the year, and throughout your coaching career, you've been to an awful lot of football fields, and just about everywhere you go, kids are playing on turf, and it just makes it really hard when we come back in October and November, and that field's such a mess. It's hard for kids to get their footing, and I know we've done it in the past, but to provide what these other kids and athletes in other schools are getting to play on week after week, is our kids deserve that, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, and a lot of the things.
That ball hit too far. And it's game point for the Panthers, and go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of things that get mixed in the shuffle with, turf is the game part of it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was
That's
in.
in. We'll take
And
it.
that, folks, is how it ends. And, Coach, you step in and we get a win.
Yeah, baby, I like it.
So,
or do you have to go to break here?
well, not quite yet. We don't have all our commercials uploaded. And let me mention before I let you finish, if you're out there watching and you got a business and someone that wants to be sponsorship for this radio station for our kids, contact us here at the school and let us know. You can create commercials your own, or I know WVRC and Andrew Miller can help with that, and you can contact him as well. And so we're excited for that. If you want to be a part of that and are interested in sponsorship and want to know how to do that, let us know. You can call the school, get in touch with Andrew Miller at 104.7, and we will get you on there, and you can be a sponsor, and we'll play your ad or whatever it is that you want played. So anyways, as of course we got the win there, you were talking about the turf and just about what it means for our kids. And on Friday nights, we don't have to change game plans whenever it's rainy and muddy. And I know we have a lot of athletes that can throw the ball, and we got some fast athletes. And I imagine that helps with game planning. Of course, the field may be wet, but you're not dealing with the mud and the ruts and the bald spots and all that too.
Oh, yeah. Anytime, the preparation, practice preparation, not having to travel, that's a major plus. As far as, just think about it from, let's not even think about it from a football perspective for a moment. Let's think about it from a band perspective. They now can practice, without without the fear of elements canceling their everyday practice. The softball team can go out in the elements, in the rain, and they don't have to say, well, it rained yesterday, we can't get on the field today.
Well, you mentioned that, and I'm actually really excited about that. That's a part of this that makes a big difference. Our band will a lot of times practice in the parking lot when it's muddy, and they don't have to do that anymore and can get out on that field. And well, Coach, we're really excited that you were here. We're going to take just a little bit of break. We got some warm-up time for the varsity. We're going to stay right here. We're going to just leave the camera on and get ourselves a little break, but we're really glad you joined us. And I don't know if you're going to be around tomorrow evening. We're going to do one of our live coaches shows. If you're around, we'll get you on and bring information about upcoming events to Panther fans. But we really appreciate you stepping in, and we're looking forward to, again, you got a scrimmage on Friday at Shady Springs, and then we're going to start the year the very next week with the regular season with the game against Midland Trail.
Oh, yeah. I'm still looking forward to figuring out where that game's going to be, but, we're excited about it and still prepping for it, and thank you for having me.
All right, Coach, appreciate you coming in. We'll talk soon.
All right.
Folks, again, we're going to go to a little break, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes with some roster updates and let you know who these girls are that's going to be out there on the floor and bring you the action for varsity. Again, JV wins 2-0. Varsity will play in a best-of-3 coming up. All right, fans. Well, welcome back. We are almost set for varsity volleyball action. The Panthers are taking on the Riverside Warriors. We're fresh off a JV game in which the Warriors, or the Panthers rather, defeated the Warriors 2 sets to nothing, 2 straight sets. So we're excited about that. We are going to go live. Here's a minute 57 until something happens. Hopefully the game starts, and we'll be ready to go. So I'm here with Dylan Vaughn, and also we got Coach Nichols is back with us again. He's going to join us for this broadcast. We're excited about that. Again, if you're just now joining in, WVRC Clay County Sports, brought to you by Clay County Schools. We are really excited to be coming to you today. And what happened, guys? Did we have a mess up?
I don't know. Somebody tripped and all of a sudden cords started going everywhere.
All right, well, we got things taken care of. So we're getting an update on the roster here. So let me actually go over this
Allison Williams, number
here
3.
real quick. Allison Williams, she's the libero. She's in the gray shirt. She'll be wearing number 3. Number 2 for the Warriors. Again, this is for Riverside. Number 2 is Aubrey Roberts. Number 0 is Abby Stewart. Number 8, Olivia Severa. And Olivia is the daughter of former Clay County State Trooper, and I think he works down in the Quincy area, Rob Severa. Rob, good friend of mine. He's here tonight, so I was able to talk to him a few minutes. She's just a 9th grader, by the way, and so I'm hearing good things from Olivia Severa. That's number 8. Number 11, Riley Smith. Number 3, and this is a name we heard in the JV, Barbie Eggleton. Number 17, Reagan Beasy, another JV player that's in varsity. Number 9, Molly Short. Number 13 is Bailey Isaacs. Number 24 is Katie Hill. Wearing number 10 is J.C. Wiseman. Number 4, Molly Holstein. And wearing number 27 will be Kaylee Duncan. So that's your Riverside Warriors. For the Panthers, number 1 is Zaya Minger, 11th grader. Number 2, Skylie Williams. Bailey Frame, she was JV. She'll be wearing number 3. Olivia Gilliland will be wearing number 4. Lainey Nichols, 7. Brookie Morton wearing number 8. Jaden Delwart, number 9. Taylor Workman, number 10. Zoe Jones will be wearing 12. The lone senior on the team, Cadence Williams, will be wearing number 13. And I think Roxy Schoolcraft is out there. She was also JV, 9th grader. She'll be wearing number 17. So that's your Panthers. And if I missed someone, I also missed Autumn Rapp. She's a JV player as well, wearing number 11. Gracie Cottrell, number 15.
Yeah, we'll try to keep you updated if we catch anybody that we might have missed. Al, correct me if I'm wrong here for the varsity scrimmage. We're going to go best of 5.
Best of 5. So first team to 3 wins will be the victor tonight. This is a good Riverside volleyball team. So even though it's just a scrimmage, it will be a good test for our girls and see what they have here before they start regular season action.
Have we scrimmaged at all this year yet?
Coach, you got to move your mic up a little bit closer. There you go.
Have we scrimmaged at all?
I think we did have a scrimmage. I'm not sure that they kept any score on that, and I'll have to update that. I'm not sure. However, this is the first home scrimmage for sure, and I think maybe the first one where it's been actual game action like it would be. And it looks like we got the pit tonight as well, so you may hear that in the background. The pit is roaring and ready to go. And scrimmage action or regular season doesn't matter for our pit. They are ready to go. And Tara Tanner, my wife's running the camera tonight. She's all set to go. Our referees tonight, our officials, Bunny Taylor, the great Bunny Taylor that you heard of, done great things in Clay County athletics-wise, part of the Athletic Hall of Fame. She's over here, and up on the stand is a teacher here at Clay County High School, Amanda Shelton. They do a great job for us, so we're happy. And we are set to go. It's going to be Olivia Gilliland with the first serve of the night for the Panthers, and it is a good one. Williams with the bump, and Riverside's going to return that set. Now the Panthers will have it. It's a set by Gilliland, a tip by still returning back and forth Jones with the block, but that ball never got above the net, and Panthers take a 1-0 lead. And that's Taylor Workman there that I was trying to get to. Couldn't quite see. My line of sight a little bit blocked. Gilliland now with the second serve, and that is perfect. Couldn't place it any better. Off the top of the net, lands right here in front of us on the line. Williams unable to corral it. And it is 2-0, and right back at it, Olivia Gilliland.
That's how you draw it up, Al. Couldn't do it any better.
Oh, absolutely. The jump set by Gilliland, another really good set. Dug out by the Warriors. Severa returns it. The set from Gilliland, the tip, the little dink by Jones. Riverside will return that. Hitting the ground is Williams, the senior, but she's unable to make a play. Good effort, and Riverside's on the board. It's 2-1.
I'll tell you one thing, Alan. I remember back when Gilliland was in middle school, I remember she could really serve. I'm assuming that's still something that she brings to the table here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's probably why she started that serve. Lainey Nichols on the bump. She's just unable to get it to go the right direction, and it's 2-2. We have a tie ball game here, and set to serve again. That's Molly Holstein for the Warriors. Holstein with a hard serve. It's bumped by Williams. The set by Gilliland. The dink by Jones. She pushes it over. It's in, and that's a point for the Panthers. Good volleyball action, and checking in for the Panthers, 10th grader Jaden Delwart. She'll check in for Cadence Williams.
Quick observation now, as quick as the JV game seemed to be going, I can tell the varsity game is even at a faster pace. So it's a little hard to keep up with, but we're doing our best to keep up with it and letting you guys know what's going on.
Absolutely. That's served by Brookie Morton. She's a 10th grader. Of course, I mentioned her sister was a setter last year for the team and set tons of school records, and that serve was really well placed too. And it's 4-2. Brooklyn will take her second serve. Another hard serve. Returned by Severa. The set, the hit by Stewart, the dig by Morton. Gilliland keeps it alive. The push by Jones. Saved again by Severa. Now Williams will bump it over for the Warriors, but out of bounds. Point goes to the Panthers, 5-2.
Impressive ball. Sorry, Coach.
Go ahead. I was just going to say Clay has a little momentum starting out here, getting some serves over.
Momentum, a big thing as we learned in the JV. You're right, we got the momentum. The Panthers will try to return it. Gilliland with the set. Workman off balance hit, and in the net was the Warriors. And that play easily could have went the wrong way for the Panthers, and they're able to salvage a point. And Coach, like you said, that momentum starts rolling, and it's hard to stop. 6-2, Panthers lead. Morton with her third serve in a row, and just out of bounds. That was a nice serve, it just a little too hard. And I saw the coaching staff of the Warriors over there mention something to them. I think he had an eye on that serve getting a little too long. And it'll be side out Riverside. The 9th grader Severa with the serve. I know she plays a lot of travel volleyball, good volleyball player. Taylor bumps it over. Taylor Workman, that is. Riverside will return it. No, they won't. Little confusion there between Molly Short and that's Abby Stewart. Both of them went for the hit. Neither of them able to hit it. And just like that, serve returns to the Panthers, 7-3 lead. Zoe Jones, the junior, set to make the serve. Nice serve by Jones. Severa unable to return that that's Molly Short rather, unable to return that serve. It goes right into the net.
Clay's built a nice little lead here. See if they can't keep building on it and keep that momentum going as we were talking about a few minutes ago.
Exactly right, and another good serve. Short being targeted here early on, but she's able to bump that one back over. The set from Gilliland. Workman with the hip. Nice placement, not that hard, but just the right place. Severa hit the ground trying to dig it out of there, unable to do so. 6-point lead for the Panthers. It's 9-3, and I want to mention into the game for the Panthers, number 2, Skyly Wilmoth, and freshman number 15, that's Gracie Cottrell. This serve, close, and they're going to call it out. Jones a little hard on that one. And that's some of the things we got to work out here in this scrimmage. Sets, we get a little momentum going, can't just give away points.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll tell you the same thing. We'll try to get it back here.
Absolutely. Jones able to save that serve. It's up. Wilmoth bumps it over. Severa hits it for the Warriors. Short with the spike. Jones with the dig. Gilliland sets. Push by Wilmoth. It's going to hit. No, Severa saves it. Back over for the Warriors. Set by Gilliland. Hit by Workman. This time it's in. And I believe she was in the net anyways. That's Abby Stewart, correction, was in the net anyways, but that was a nice hit, nice placement by Workman. And it goes back to the Panthers. And into the game for Gilliland is number 1. That's 11th grader Zaya Minger. Zaya, really smart kid and a good volleyball player. Excited for her to get in the game. This time Workman with the serve. Severa with the bump. Returned by Roberts. Set by Workman. Wilmoth bumps it over. Saved by Holstein. Holstein gets it to short. Dig by Workman. Delwart with the hit. Nice hit. Severa again there. This time it's Roberts. Saved again. Nice volley here going on. This time Short will hit it. Jones right there to dig it out of there. Workman pushes it over. Saved. Severa with the set. The push by Roberts. Workman back again. Delwart into the net. She's able to get it over.
This is
back
impressive.
This way. Minger pushes it over. It's still going. Roberts again. Jones digs it out. Oh, too far into the bleachers goes Delwart. She saved it. Point Riverside. What a play. Jaden Delwart into the second row of bleachers. If I didn't know any better, I would say this is a sectional volleyball game. The crowd's going loud. Nice volley. Unfortunately, that point goes to the Warriors, and they'll have the serve. It's Abby Stewart. Nice serve. Dig by Cottrell. Just unable to get it over. Workman couldn't do anything with it. It's 10-6. Panthers lead. This is the first set. Back to serve again. Abby Stewart gave a nice serve last time. Let's be ready. This time a lofty serve. Gracie Cottrell bumps it. Jones now with the bump. Delwart will bump it over. It's Roberts again. And the set. Roberts ready for the set and backed off. It looked like Holstein kind of came in there and some confusion.
Definitely a little miscommunication on that one. Al, I'm going to give your voice a break there, that last volley we had.
I'm going to get me a drink.
Yes, I was out of breath, and I didn't even say a word. That was impressive. What do you think, Coach?
Well, I think what's going on here is we got the crowd on our side. I think the crowd's messing a little bit with Riverside, and I think the girls are using the crowd to our advantage. So right now, I like the start that we have, and I like the way our girls are communicating out there on the court.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I appreciate it. We're back at it. Looks like set to serve the lone senior on the team, KK Williams. Good serve and unable to be returned. Severa along with Williams there. Both of them kind of went after it. Neither of them could get it. Good placement. And it is 12-6. Panthers doubling up the Warriors. And Williams will set to serve again. Let's keep this momentum rolling. And I like what you said, Coach. That crowd getting into it really plays in our favor here. Holstein with the set. Roberts with the hit. Workman unable to do anything with it. It kind of got underneath with her hands and pushed it straight back. Nearly went in the basket. I don't think they'll give us 3 for that, but like you said, it'll be a nice
talk
thing
to the rules
have.
committee and see if we can't come up with a little change there.
Absolutely. I think it's only fair.
I think it definitely should be 3.
Molly Short with the serve. Jones with the bump. The set by Workman. The push by Wilmoth. Now returned. That's Williams. That's Roberts. Returns it back over. Taylor. Minger. Morton. Back comes Riverside. It's Roberts bumps it back over. Now Workman will bump it. The set by Minger. The push by Morton. Right back comes Riverside. It's Severa with the hit. Nice dig by Jones into the net. 2 diving Panthers, Wilmoth and Morton, unable to get to it. Good volleyball there. Unfortunately, it just goes the other way, and it's 12-8.
Can't fault the front line for Clay there. They went after it. 2 girls at the same time, almost collided head on.
Absolutely. Roberts' serve this time goes out. That's a break for the Panthers. Maybe the one they needed to get that momentum going, and checking back into the front line. Actually set to serve will be number 7. That's Lainey Nichols. Out comes Wilmoth. She's primarily a front row player. Really tall. Good for blocking. Nichols' serve. A nice serve there. But Roberts gets a nice set, and that hit right between Williams and Workman. And now Lainey Nichols is of relation to Coach here. That's your niece, is that right?
That is my niece, absolutely. Hopefully she has better volleyball skills than I have. Absolutely.
Well, no offense, but so far from what I'm seeing, she does.
Okay.
So Roberts' serve is into the net. Good fortune there for the Panthers, and she'll check out of the game, and libero comes back in, Allison Williams. Yeah, I think she's got you a little bit, but probably because she's just been working in the summer and doing a lot of things, and she's just gotten ahead of you.
Yeah, don't let Coach fool you. He taught her everything she knows.
Well, one full rotation here, and back to set is Gilliland, and she got us started off with a nice 3-point advantage. We'll see if we can't do it again. Workman's going to push it over. It's libero Williams setting Severa, the 9th grader. She hits it. Nice dig by Williams into the net. Gilliland unable to do anything with it. Hitting the ground was also Lainey Nichols. And I don't know if you're that nimble, Coach. You probably are. You could have dug that one out of there, maybe.
I think I would have. I'd probably use my foot to do it. There,
Good effort there by both Gilliland and Nichols on that play, and Williams also hitting the deck, just unable to corral it. And it's Holstein again for the Warriors. This time it'll be Nichols, returns it to Gilliland, who bumps it over. It's Williams for the Warriors, set by Holstein. Here's the hit from Severa. Nice hit, nice dig by Nichols. Brings it right out. This time Workman returns it. Williams with the stop. Another hit by the Warriors. This time bumped by Workman. Looks like Nichols made a nice dig there, and she was still on the ground, and really good play by Riverside there. And they'll get another point. It's 14-11. That momentum we had early kind of slipping away here. We got a 3-point lead. Holstein will serve it again. Nichols with the set. Workman with the hit right to Holstein. She's able to keep it alive. Back the other way is Stewart. For the Panthers, it's Gilliland with the set. The little short set there. Yeah. Quick set. Jones bumps it over. Riverside made a nice adjustment there. Nichols bumps it. Set to Gilliland. Hit to Workman. It's just more of a push. Nice stick of a hand out there by Holstein. Saves it for Roberts, who bumps it back over. Now Nichols will give it to Gilliland, who sets it. Workman with the hit. That was in. Point for the Panthers. Nice play there. And that may have been Brooklyn Morton, correction there with the hit. And that went right on the line, right where you want to put it. It's 15-11. Williams will check out. Morton now set to serve the 10th grader. And this time that serve hard and fast. Dig by number 9, and that was Molly Short, but it went out of bounds. And so in like fashions of the last time she served, Brooklyn Morton putting the Panthers up here. This serve again, hard, short, has to hit the ground to get it, and just bumps it into the bleachers, and it's 17-11. And a timeout, Riverside. So I'm like, I don't know what you guys think. I like what I see here. I like the energy from this Panther volleyball team.
Yeah, you and Coach were talking a minute ago about building momentum. It looked like it was starting to slip away there a second ago, and you even mentioned that. Good job by the Lady Panthers to get 3 or 4 points in a row and kind of extend that lead back out to a nice, comfortable lead to see if we can keep it.
Yeah, I think what happened there a little bit was, any time in a scrimmage, where you're doing probably a little more rotation than you normally would do. Sometimes, you get a little bit of lack of communication, and that's things that coaches look for. They get those, you expand that rotation for that scrimmage, and, that's things that I'm sure the coaches will point out is, when you get in, make sure your communication is up, and I think that, just looking as I'm watching, I didn't see as much talking going on as Riverside started to come back, and then it started to improve as they got more action as it went on, and that's what led us to jump back out into the lead.
Well, you made a good point there. These girls, maybe the energy is coming from they know that what they show here today may affect their playing time going forward in the regular season. So. Good job. That's a nice serve, an ace provided by Brooklyn Morton. Riverside used that timeout there. I think part of that is to talk to their team and kind of settle them down, but also maybe to get Morton off her rhythm here. Unable to at this point, and she's back at it. Another good serve right into the hands of Williams, who can't do anything with it. She hit the ground, put her hands up there, Holstein hit the dive too, and they just never really had a chance for that ball to be returned.
I'll tell you, if Brooklyn's going to keep serving like this, it don't matter what our communication's like.
You're exactly right. This time, Holstein kind of bumps it over, but the Panthers are right there. Delwart bumps it back. Holstein will set. Stewart will hit. In. And a nice play, nice recovery there for Riverside. And just to piggyback, Coach, on what you said there a moment ago, this may not be the same rotation you see in the regular season. So a lot of these girls getting a look. It's good to see them, and communication is going to be key as we move forward. Ninth grader Gracie Cottrell now checks in the ball game for the Panthers. Delwart bumps it. Cottrell's right there. Workman puts it back over. Holstein will set it for Short, who hits it, and Cottrell was there. Couldn't get in the right position, maybe needed to get in front of that ball more, and kind of was off to the side, and it goes straight back into the back wall, out of bounds. 19-13 your score here. Panthers leading by 6 in the first set. It's Severa now, the ninth grader, with the serve. Nichols digs it out of there, but Workman unable to do anything with it from there. That ball maybe got on top of Laney just a little bit there, where she was unable to get any height on that bump. And so it's point Riverside. This time the serve goes right back to Nichols, and she hit on one knee there and just unable to do anything with it. So I feel the momentum shifting again. Back to a 4-point lead. We had it stretched out to 6 or 7 there. Let's get a stop here and regroup and use our home court advantage. Get a point back here. Good bump by Nichols, and I don't know. It's just tough.
You just
right
don't
now.
want to let this snowball on you. You know, they got about 5 points in a row here. You need somebody to stop the bleeding here and get the ball back for you.
Absolutely. Severa again. Nichols with a nice bump, a nice set by Gillen. Jones will hit it. Williams saves it for the Warriors. They hit it back across. Cottrell is there. Gilliland to Workman. Holstein, though, not letting that happen. Right back to Riverside, and it's into the net. Katie Hill, we haven't called her name yet. She made a nice play a second ago, and then nearly had another one as she was just unable to put that hit over the net. It went right back into the net, and advantage Panthers, 20-16. Jones now will set to serve. Zoe with a nice serve right to the libero Williams. Holstein will set it for Short. Short returns it to Jones off the backboard. For a moment, Cottrell on it was able to put that ball back into play, but the spin on it too wicked. And advantage Riverside 17-20. Panthers leading. Riverside is serving. That's Abby Stewart. No correction, not Abby Stewart. Looks like that's Hill. Katie Hill will serve. Out comes the libero, in comes Roberts. So front line for the Warriors, you got Stewart, Roberts, and Short.
Having a little bit of trouble with our when they're serving to us. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if it's a knuckle or what's happening, but we're definitely having a little trouble here lately.
2-point advantage for the Panthers. Workman keeps it alive. Delwart back to Workman. She returns it. It's Holstein setting up Stewart. Stewart with the hit. Gillen there to save it. Workman now puts it back the other way. Severa hits the deck. She's able to save it. Holstein with the bump. Stewart again with the hit. Cottrell hits the deck. Unable to save it. Out of bounds into the student section. And lo and behold, a 6-point advantage has now dwindled to a 1-point advantage. Riverside here in set number 1, a very important set. You know, the team who wins that first set has the advantage in the series, so we'll see. And another Katie Hill serve gets on top of Cottrell too fast. And remember, she's a freshman playing in the varsity, so she'll get that worked out, I'm sure. She's not there for no reason. Good volleyball player there. Let's see if she can fix it. Hill's serve is saved by the Panthers. Jones bumps it barely over, back to the Panthers. Gilliland with the bump. Wilmoth bumps it over a little bit too far. I could see it from here. And
just like that, the lead's gone.
Oh, man, we're behind 21-20. First to 25 will win the set. Katie Hill will continue to serve, and we need to catch a break here. Jones hits the deck. That ball sails right to the official, out of bounds. It's 22-20, and we're going to take a timeout. Danielle Champ looking to maybe reset and get things going again.
Probably a good use of a timeout there, you know, especially after giving up the momentum that we had throughout the contest, and hopefully we'll get regrouped here and get back into the lead.
A 6-point advantage for the Panthers has turned into a 2-point deficit. That's an 8-point swing, and in the game of volleyball, that's huge. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe do you have to still win by 2 to win the set?
You do have to win. You do have to be ahead by 2, I believe, and then the 5th set is only to 15.
Okay. Again, we're not volleyball experts here, but we're learning, and hopefully we're doing these girls justice as they're playing a good volleyball game here. Again, on the front line, and this is a very tough front line for Riverside, a very good front line so far. That's Roberts, that's Stewart, and then right in the middle is Molly Short, and those 3 girls are really tall and are able to get over top of that ball and give us fits. And, of course, Katie Hill on the serve. We've been unable to do anything with her serves. Let's see. It's a lofty serve this time. It's going to go out of bounds. What a break for the Panthers.
Needed. Absolutely.
That puts us right back in the game, and it's Taylor Workman, the veteran junior, who is set to serve. Maybe a perfect time for an upperclassman here to get a chance to serve, settle us down. Into the game is Zaya Minger, scrappy player. And just as we said, Workman's serve goes right at libero Williams, and she's unable to do anything with that ball.
So far, it looks like a pretty good timeout by Coach. Right after the timeout, we got a couple points right back.
That's making the needed adjustments in the right time is so important. Workman with the jump serve. Nice serve to Williams. She's having trouble with it. She is able to save it, and it's going to be short. Bumps it back over. Should be a chance for the Panthers to get a hit here, and it's a push. Riverside makes a nice play. That bump, though, from Holstein, unable to make it. Not enough power across the net. And looky there, we are back in the lead, 23-22, and Workman still at the serve, providing that veteran leadership. Looks like the students are getting a little bit excited.
Absolutely.
Workman, another good set to Williams. This time she makes the necessary adjustments. Holstein with the set, Roberts with the hit, and just like that, it's a tie game, 23-23. That's how you draw it up if you're Riverside, just what you're hoping for there. And the good news is we're able to get Roberts off the front line. That'll help for sure. Stewart, correction, off the front line. Stewart's serve, it goes into the net, and that's a big one. That is big. Game point here, folks. Game point for the Panthers. Checking in for the Warriors is Bailey Isaacs. She'll be in the back row. And set to serve for the Panthers, number 13, senior Cadence Williams. Could be the perfect time.
Let's end it right here. What do you say?
Absolutely. The students getting excited. I even saw a little jig over there. So we are ready to rock and roll. It's Williams. The serve is good. It's to the other Williams. Short bumps it back over. Jones with the bump. The set from Workman. The push by Morton. Short there to corral it. Holstein now to Stewart. Blocked by Wilmoth. Did it go in? No. We're saying out. Out. I thought that was close. Couldn't tell from here. We're going to trust the call, and it's 24-24. Now it's a race to 26. Short with the serve. Good serve. Right to us. Morton dug it out of there, but it went out of bounds. And it's 25-24. The seesaw goes right back toward Riverside's favor. We have to have a stop here. Molly Short set to serve. She'll take 2 bounces. Lofty serve. Jones got underneath it. Unable to do anything with it, and she just got a little too far underneath it. Rolled off her fingertips. And that's the game point. 26-24, your final. Riverside takes set 1. But wow, some good volleyball action here.
That was impressive, Al. Coming from that JV game, honestly, this is one of the first volleyball games I've watched in several years. I've forgotten how fast-paced it is. Really hard to keep up. I think you're doing an excellent job on the play-by-play. I know I would not be able to keep up with the action as well as you are.
Yeah, I see Coach Champ over there talking to Skyly Also, Casey Minger. Casey Minger, we haven't mentioned her yet. She's the assistant coach. Been the assistant coach for a while now. Looks like they're really talking them up here. And something to remember, as this is a scrimmage game, the effort these girls are putting out is going to pay off big dividends, and I think you'll see big crowds. I think the crowd's actually maybe gotten a little bigger since the JV game.
I think you're right, Al. And they enjoyed a good first set there. Let's see if we can't give them another good second set and try to get back into this thing.
Folks, don't forget, as we get set for set 2, we get set for set 2, if that makes any sense.
Good.
In a 5-game match. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, we'll go live for a coach's show. And I want to also mention that there's been some questions about the athletic passes from last year. Those are still good for this year. You don't need to sign up again. You don't need a new pass. If you requested one last year and didn't get the chance to pick it up, they should have those at the gate. So if you're wanting to come out to a game, make sure to bring that card and get in the game for free. All Clay County students get in home games for free, and that's a big thing that's provided thanks to Clay County Bank. President Greg Gency, always big supporters of Clay County students, Clay County athletics, and really all things Clay County when it comes to the students. And we are really appreciative of Greg and all the employees at the Clay County Bank as well. And we are set here. Again, I'm not a volleyball expert, but just kind of looking, I saw some things that we can't give away points by just letting them have ace after ace after ace. We've got to be ready to return some of those sets, some of those serves, so we can put the pressure back on Riverside.
And, Coach, speaking from a football mind, if you were seeing some of these mistakes that you see from the volleyball team, how would you address that in your next practice?
Well, I mean, just like you said, I'm not a volleyball expert by any means. It just seems like, you know, the issues that it seems like we have right now is we don't have a lot of height, you know, on this squad. So you definitely don't want to compound that with making mistakes. And it seems like we made too many mistakes after we had the advantage. You know, when you have the advantage, you want to do the small things right. So I believe I would work on a lot of the small things, and I'm sure they do in practice, and I'm sure I just continue to hit those things, like, you know, the digs from the serves and things like that. And you know, it seems like sometimes we were hitting the ball and it was going backwards, and I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but I'm sure that
seems like when the ball gets on you too quick, you have nothing to do but just to throw your hands up, and it seems to keep rolling backwards. Got to get up underneath that thing and get a good bump on it so that your setter can set your hitter. All right, I think we're set to go to start for the Panthers. On the front line, we got Jones, Morton, and Gilliland. Back row is Laney Nichols, Cadence Williams, and is that Jaden? That's Taylor Workman. So a lot of the veterans from a year ago set to go. This time the serve goes to Williams. Williams bumps it to Gilliland just like we want. Set goes to Morton, and that hit just went a little too far out of bounds. I see what she's trying to do there to hit that corner. I just got to take a little off of it. And that point's ours there. So it's 1-0 Riverside with the early lead. That's Reagan Beasy. We heard her in the JV game with the serve. Gilliland with the set. Morton with the hit. Into the net. A little too much into the net. Bounced right back to our side, and it's 2-0. We got to, again, here's that problem of not being able to return that serve.
Just settle down. Play like you know how you can play.
Beasy gets it to Williams. Williams a good dig, a good set. The push by Jones. And Katie Hill tried to block that thing, but unable to do so. It came back on her side. And that's a point, Panthers. And now we'll set in our rotation. We got Gilliland back ready to serve. We'll see if she can't get us an advantage here. The jump serve by Gilliland. A hard serve to Williams. Hill gets the set. And that ball, I believe, that went out of bounds.
Yes.
Okay. Out of bounds. It's 2-2. Right back to the serve goes Gilliland. And we got that front row for the Warriors. Again, the tall front row. Molly Short, name we haven't seen, Riley Smith, in the game now. She pushes it over in the perfect spot. Gilliland hit the deck, couldn't get to it in time, and it's 3-2. And I just mentioned that name, number 11, Riley Smith. We haven't called her a lot, but she's making her presence known as well.
That's what you want to do, get in there and make a play.
So here we go again. Molly Short to serve. Short gives it to Workman. Workman bumps it right back over, not in a good spot. Now the Warriors will try to return it. The set, the hit by Stewart. Lainey Nichols there to bump it. Now Jones will push it over right at the newly incoming Riley Smith. She's unable to put it in a spot for her teammates to return that, and it is advantage Panthers, 3-3 into the game for the Panthers. Number 9, Jaden Delwart. And that's a side out for the Panthers, and Brooklyn Morton back to serve.
Kaylee Duncan making her way in for Riverside for the first time. I haven't seen her in a while.
Kaylee Duncan into the game, and right away they go right at her, and she makes a nice dig. Severa with the hit, just a little too hard. Severa, again, she's a 9th grader. She can really jump and puts that ball in a bad spot for us defensively, so able to get the out there. This time, Morton's serve goes into the net, and again, that's just a big mistake there that you work through in scrimmages, and that way in the regular season you kind of avoid those. Morton will have a seat. Back row freshman Gracie Cottrell checks into the ball game, and Nichols with the bump. Gilliland with the set. A little dink by Jones, unable to corral it. It's back on the Panthers side. Workman will hit it too hard, just out of bounds. 5-4 advantage Riverside, and set to serve again, number 24, Katie Hill, and she has a really fast serve, so we got to be ready here. Nichols returns it. Short hits it right back over. That bump, although we got it back over the net, it kind of played as a set for Molly Short, and she made us pay. Nothing we could really do there, and got to be careful here. 6-4, Riverside building a little lead. Hill again will serve. This time it's a good serve right on the line in, and Hannah Gandy there, we talked about her in the JV game. She's taking part of the line judge, and even she couldn't dispute that one. Perfect placement.
Yeah, this Hill girl, she can serve. Yes, I think they went on a roll with her last set as well.
Yes, this time, same serve, same spot, same result.
Impressive to watch, really. Somebody's going to have to get out for Clay and make a play here. Get her off the line.
Yes, 8-4, still early in the game, but we don't want to get too far behind. We've got to make a play. So those back row girls are going to have to really, I don't know if they need to take a step back or what. Same spot, same result. Again, that back row just unable to get underneath that ball, and it's landing right on the line. So we'll see what adjustments we make here to kind of fix that. We got to be ready. I don't foresee Hill changing anything. It's 9-4. Riverside's built a 5-point lead with her serving. This time it's a lofty serve. Nichols with the bump. Now it's bumped to Workman. Workman with the hit. She puts it in a nice spot, forcing Hill to have to try to make a play on it, and she hit the deck, maybe hurt her knee there a little bit. And we finally get that much-needed side out and able to get the ball back in our possession. 9-5. Williams, the libero for Riverside, in, playing the back row, and Jones is set to serve. Nice serve by Jones. Libero Williams doing her job. Wilmoth now. It's Gilliland with the set. Workman with the hit. Back to Riverside. Molly Short will try to spike it over, and I believe she went over the net there. Yes, she did. We'll take all we can get. When she gets on that front line, makes it really difficult for us. And she just went a little too far, got a little too aggressive that time. And point Panthers, 9-6. Jones' serve this time, perfect placement. We'll take a little page out of the playbook of Katie Hill and put one right there where we need it to be. It's 9-7, and we're creeping back in it. Need to get this crowd involved. The student section a little quieter this game, so we'll see if we can't get them involved. Jones's next serve really good, right into Breezy's hands. Back to Smith. Wilmoth now will put it, dink it over in the middle. That was Riley Smith of the Warriors, unable to make a play, and just Coach, like that, 8-9.
Coach a minute ago was talking about not having a whole lot of height. Skyly looks like she's one of the ones that has a little bit of height, and she used it right there.
Absolutely. This serve out of bounds, a little too hard, and inconsistent serving seems to be the sticking point. I'm sure they'll work on that this entire season. Good serves, just a little too hard there on that one. And just like they'll return the favor here, Abby Stewart, who's a really good player so far from what I can tell, just made a mistake there, and she'll check out as she'll be replaced by Bailey Isaacs, number 13, not a name we've called a lot. So we'll watch for Isaacs. And on the Panthers side of things, it's Taylor Workman set to serve. She'll take a couple bounces. The jump serve is just over the net. I think we drew it up like that.
I like it when it tips the net, falls straight down, you get the point. That's hard for anybody to make a play on.
You judge the speed of that thing, and then it just dies in midair. And, of course, Bailey Isaacs, the newly inserted player there, gets the first hit. This time the Warriors, that's Molly Short with the hit. We're able to keep it alive. Cottrell now bumps it to Wilmoth, who returns it. And here we go. Be ready, be ready. This time it's Severa. A nice block by Wilmoth. Well, you talked about it. That height on the front row paid off that time. A block by Wilmoth. Advantage Panthers 11-10.
And what did we hear on that block? The crowd got into it.
Absolutely.
So that little play right there, maybe we can get it going.
Workman now will serve once again. Whistles blow, jump serve, and I could see it coming out of her hand. It just hit too low on her hand, never did get above the net. And we're tied again at 11-11, and right back into the game. Number 9, Molly Short on that front line. She is a really dangerous hitter. So we'll see if we can't keep Skyley right there and make a play. It's Severa with the serve. Hitting the deck is Minger, but she's unable to return it in the field of play.
Looked like they caught us off guard there a little bit. They're very slow reaction time there on the left side. We'll get it back.
I agree. Abigail Severa this time again, same serve. Minger just unable to get low enough to make a difference. It's 13-11. That's Olivia, not Abigail. I apologize. Olivia Severa, 9th grade student, excellent volleyball player, playing well above her age. This placement now, it's another ace. That's the third ace, if I'm not wrong, third ace in a row. Cottrell hit the deck, and getting a little help from our official Bunny here. We appreciate that. Good return that time. Minger says, not again. We return that one in advantage Panthers.
I tell you, we're having a little bit of trouble on our returns for sure, and until we get that shored up in the future, I believe, we're going to struggle there a little bit, and I'm sure they'll work on it over the course of the year.
Oh, absolutely.
Not sure what the delay is here.
All right, set the serve is Jaden Delwart. Delwart's serve is hit by Williams, the libero, back to the Panthers side. Workman will bump it. This time it's Delwart again. Wilmoth pushes it back over. Roberts with the set, the hit, and not much you can do there when Aubrey Roberts has a chance to really get on that ball. Not too much we're going to do with that. And
yeah, as much as we lack height, Riverside has some really good height on that front line.
Yes, and
tough to deal with.
We'll see. Roberts will reward herself with the serve. This time it goes to Joan. Joan bumps it, but right back to Riverside, and Katie Hill was there. Almost set up for perfectly. She gets the hit, and it is point Riverside at 16-12. Panthers already down 1-0. We really need, it's crunch time here. We can't let them get any farther ahead if we're going to come back and win set number 2. And that might be the break we needed. Again, that's Aubrey Roberts. Serves that thing into the net. She'll come out. Libero Williams once again will come in. And checking in for the Panthers is Lainey Nichols. Lainey, veteran from last year's team, may be just the person we need here for the serve. She's set. Good hard serve. Goes right to Riverside. They're able to corral it. It's going to be Hill with the hit. Out of bounds. Point Panthers, 16-14, set number 2. Panthers trailing 1-0 here in this early season 2025 scrimmage, and Lainey Nichols will get set to serve once again and see if she can't keep a little momentum rolling here. Nichols with the jump serve, good hard serve to that back right corner. However, it's set up for Molly Short. Good hit, good dig by Williams. Back the other way from Nichols. Places it in a good spot, but Riverside makes a play on it. It's Katie Hill now. Hits it to the back line. That's Cadence Williams. Tried to jump and get it before it hit the line. Unable to do so. Just got her fingertips under it. Point Riverside, and it's 17-14. The seesaw battle continues.
You got to give some props to Reagan Beasy on that one. She got on the floor, dove after that serve, got it up, and Riverside was able to take advantage and get the point.
Those are the plays that go sometimes unnoticed. Everybody sees the spikes, but the hits. When you have a player that can really dig it out of there, big advantage. Short will take it, will hit it right to Nichols. She's able to bump it, but too much carry on that ball, goes into the net. Point Riverside, and it's a critical point here, guys. It's 18-14, and we're going to have to make a play here. We'll be down 2-0.
Yeah, you don't want to let it get any worse than it is right now.
Smith's serve is returned, and now she'll set it again for Katie Hill, who just bumps it over loftily. Williams, bump, Jones, dink, Williams, Short again, and Short dinks it over right back at us, and it's 19-14. Critical moment here for the Panthers.
Don't let it snowball. You gotta chip back into it. Get the ball, get the serve back, chip away, get back into the ball game.
One play at a time. Nichols with the bump. And it's returned by Workman. She got it. It fell in. 19-15. You know, every play is only worth one. So we just need to make it one play at a time, do what we need to do, make good, solid plays, and before you know it, this will be a new ball game. And we've worked through one rotation, so Olivia Gilliland set to serve. Has a really good serve, so we'll see what happens here. Gilliland jump serve hard to the back row. Return right to Workman. She puts it back over immediately. Back to Clay. Workman again. Ooh.
That was close.
And it was close. Must have been out. The call was out. And, boy, I thought that one was so close. It must have just missed the line there. And that's a big point. It's 20-15. Panthers trail by 5. And now set to serve. Look out now, but Molly Short back in the serving spot. Panthers better be ready, that back line. She has good aim, and it's been trouble all night long. And we caught a break. That serve goes right into the net. That's 2 in a row for her, maybe in her head a little bit here. So she'll check back out. Into the game now is 27. That's Kaylee Duncan. You mentioned her earlier. She's right back in for Short, who will take a break. In for the Panthers, number 9, Cadence Williams. That's Jaden Delwart, rather. Correction, she came in for Cadence Williams. Brookie Morton with the serve. Duncan digs it out of there. Severa bumps it back over in a bad spot. Gilliland able to push it over, though, but she just... No, correction, it's Riverside that got in the net. Yeah, looked like the call was 27 was in the net. That's Duncan. And Point Panthers is 20-17, set number 2. Morton set to serve. Serve goes over, hard serve right to the libero Williams. Williams gets a set. It's Hill with the hit, but Morton there to bump it. Gilliland sets it for Workman, who hits it. Williams, the libero, returns it. This time it's going to be Severa with the bump. Dug out of there by Gilliland. Workman going to take a shot at it. Duncan keeps it alive. Back come the Warriors. Katie Hill bumps it over. Again, it's Nichols to Gilliland to Workman. Riverside still competing. Katie Hill again bumps it back over. Nichols set by Gilliland. Hit by Jones. Falls in. Riverside saves it. Gilliland with the set. Jones with the push. This time just over the reach of Riley Smith. Point Panthers. And what a good volley there.
That's what you want to do. You see people
teams
scrambling around, find the empty spot, because people are scrambling in different places, and she found it, got the point for Clay.
I thought different times, 2 or 3 different times, I thought that was going to be over, and it just kept going. So good play by both teams. This time it's Williams. Will bump it over in an empty spot. Just a little miscommunication there for the Panthers. Can't afford to have that. And point goes to Riverside as Morton checks out. Cottrell checks into that back row. Front line for the Panthers, you've got Gilliland, Jones, and Workman. Back row, Cottrell, Nichols, and Delwart.
Don't look now, but look who's serving for Riverside.
Katie Hill, one of the two girls that have really shined bright as far as serving goes for the Warriors. Her and Molly Short. And
Al, I believe we have another ace.
You are correct. Another ace, and that's I don't know how many for Katie Hill tonight. She'll get set. She'll serve. A hard serve, hits the ground. It's out of bounds. We'll get the benefit of that call there. And it's 22-19. Panthers in a spot where we need points. Jones will set the serve, and never a moment too late. We have the tall Skyly Wilmoth back. That will help us big time. This serve from Jones gets on Duncan fast. Williams able to keep it alive. Back to the Panthers. It's Cottrell, set by Gilliland, hit by Workman. Riverside saves it. Another set. It's Severa with the hit. Blocked by Wilmoth. Set for Riverside. This time Roberts. Saved by Gilliland. Wilmoth to Workman, who punches it over. Williams back to Roberts, who hits it in. You just can't keep giving her opportunity after opportunity because she's going to do something like that eventually. And it's 23-19. Second set. Panthers trail 1-0. Checking into the game is Allison. No, correction. That's Barbie Eggleton or Allison Williams. Correction, Allison Williams. Bailey Isaacs, I'm sorry. Thank you, Daryl. I'm all confused.
You're all right.
Too much action going on. So Isaacs' serve is in, and it's game point. Panthers need a rally, and they need it fast. Isaacs looking for the serve and the match, and the game, right, the set, not the match. I apologize. Isaacs' serve is short, right where it needs to be. Cottrell hit the deck, unable to get there, and just like that, Riverside wins set number 2, 25-19, and we find ourselves down 2-0, and we're going to have to come back before we get swept.
You've dug yourself quite a hole. You can dig out of it. It's going to be tough. People are going to have to make some plays.
Well, that's a good Riverside team, and no doubt that it's, you know, I'm sure Coach Champ scheduled them to give a kind of a measuring stick of where we are. We've really played with this team. It's just the little things, little mistakes. And I tell you, we've had trouble. Molly Short and Katie Hill have really put a hurting on us as far as serving goes. So we'll see what adjustments we can make here and try to come out here at least with 1 set win and maybe get 3 in a row here. Let's push it to 5 and get our money's worth tonight, come out here with a win.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Riverside. I'm impressed with everybody that's playing tonight, but Riverside's got some volleyball players. You mentioned Katie Hill. Seems like when she gets back there to serve, she's just got so much confidence, and the rest of the team's really feeding off of that.
So we're not head coach's deal, but we got Coach Nichols here with us. What do you tell your team? I know if you're down like this or in a football game, it's halftime and you're down. What are you telling the kids to keep them working hard and playing hard and not to be defeated?
Well, small things matter, and whether it's this game or the next game, it's small things build into big things. And right now, in order to win this game or in order to win the next game you play, you have to get better at the little things. And right now, you know, really, in my limited volleyball knowledge, we have had our success when Gilliland and Brooklyn are back-to-back serving, and then we have had that's where we build our lead. That's where we have strung most of our points together. And then when that's not happened, when those points, you know, maybe when those aren't coming, you know what I'm saying? Maybe when, you know, they get that point or they stop Brooklyn or Gilliland from stringing 2 or 3 points together, then, you know, our girls kind of are like, well, what do we do next? Well, what they do next is they do the small things, and I think right now that is what's going to lead to the next step. And like I said, I'm not a volleyball coach, so I don't know. I'm sure they know. I'm sure that the players know what to do, and that's just what I would be concentrating on.
I agree. I think you can't get into the headset of, well, we got to win 3 in a row here. You can only win 1 set as it's played, and that's what we're going to try to do in set number 3 is win the set, and then we'll go on from there. So I think you're right. And you got to just keep kids in the mind frame of it's just 1 set at a time, 1 play at a time, really, for this Panther team. So we've been right in it. We've built leads. We just got to finish. So we'll see what we can do here. I'm assuming it's the same starters, but we'll let you know who they are. We got Morton on the front line. We got Jones and Workman also on the front line. The back line is Williams, Nichols, and Gilliland will serve. So the same rotation we'll start with. For the Warriors, I see J.C. Wiseman getting some time here. Also see Molly Short right there. And also on the front line, I believe that's Riley Smith. And we got is that a jersey change? Is that
yes,
Bailey Isaacs is the new libero? So she'll be playing the back row at all times. Also in the game is number 3, Barbie Eggleton, playing JV and varsity tonight. And number 0, Abby Short. So you got Short, you got Roberts, Isaacs. Tough kids out there, and we've got to get ready.
I feel like we've called Aubrey Short's name a lot tonight. Let's.
Yes. Gilliland with the serve. It's returned, the set, and here we go. Molly Short with the hit. This time we're able to get underneath it. Gilliland now sets Workman. Workman with the hit. Just a little too hard. Good return there. Something to build off of. It's 1-0. And Panthers will try to get a side out here, dig themselves out of this hole. Riley Smith set to serve. This serve is manageable. Williams with the bump. Now bumped by Gilliland. Now a back row hit from Williams. Right to the libero. This time it's going to be Roberts going to knock it over, and we're unable to return it. Hitting the deck was Workman there. She's going to have some burns on those knees and thighs in the morning. She's hit the deck a lot here in this game. 2-0. Riverside leads. Serve returned. It's a set for Short. Here we go again. This time Workman gets up underneath it. And we're just not able to do anything with that hit. You know, we've had a lot of teams in the past year at Clay that have had those big, tall, strong hitters, and not too much fun when you're on the other end of it trying to keep that thing alive. Williams will bump it back and set it right to none other than Molly Short. And I imagine wherever they go, there's going to be teams that know the name of Molly Short, because she has just been a nightmare for us to try to stop. 4-0 already. Williams with the hits the ground, hits it to Morton. Morton now returns it. Nichols bumps it over. It's set. It's Roberts. It's a hit. It's down. That's Stewart, rather. I'm sorry, Abby Stewart. And that's another point, and it's I feel like we're right back in set number 2. We're down 5.
Somebody's got to make a play and stop the bleeding. Somebody's going to have to step up.
All right, Riley Smith again, another serve, and I think right now we're just got to get out of our heads, maybe a timeout. Williams in position there, just bumped it straight back. It's 6-0. And maybe Coach Champ is going to let these girls work it out on their own and kind of calm themselves down here. Good learning experience. Williams bumps it right back to Riverside. The set, this time it's newcomer. That's number 10. Wiseman hits it 2 times in a row. Gilliland will set Workman. Workman returns it. And it's Short with the hit. Goes off the top of the net. Good block by Jones. And it's 6-1. Panthers with the side out, first point of the game, and Morton is ready to serve. In for Williams is Delwart. Delwart, a young player who is a really good volleyball player for us. Excited to see what she is able to do this year. Last year, freshman year, playing a lot of varsity. Morton serve, good hard serve. The set, Isaacs with the hit. Panthers able to corral it, returns it is Workman. Isaacs to Williams. Wiseman with the hit, and just a nonchalant, perfect spike there by number 10. I believe I have that name right. Yes, J.C. Wiseman. And she doesn't get too excited. Looks like she just kind of stays real stoic and puts it where it needs to be. And it's 7-1. And don't look now, Molly Short's back to serve. Cottrell into the game. saves that one. It's bumped. It's hit by Workman, and that's in. Nice placement there by Taylor Workman, the junior. Panthers with the side out. It's 7-2, 5-point game. And out comes Short. We need to take advantage of this right here. Short's on the bench. That's 27, Kaylee Duncan checking in for the Warriors. And set to serve is Zoe Jones, the junior. Jones's serve, soft serve. It's handled by number 3, Barbie Eggleton, but not in the field of play. She bumps it right out of bounds. Panthers let it go. It's 7-3. Maybe a little momentum building here for the Panthers. And we give it right back to them. Jones's serve never had a chance. That's the bottom of the net.
That's the little things we've been talking about. You get a couple in a row, then you give it right back. You know, she didn't do it on purpose. She's trying. But we got to take advantage of our opportunities.
Absolutely. And I have Zoe, fortunate enough to have her in class. Really smart player. She knows how to fix it, and I'm sure she will. And that's the things you work out in a scrimmage.
Absolutely.
That's what you do. We've seen that on both sides tonight, really a lot of just serves that went right into the net. It's 8-4. Panthers trailing. Workman's serve goes into the net, and maybe a little bit of fatigue kind of starting to make its way into both sides. I can see they're not able to get their jump on their serve like they're used to, and the hard enough swing. Arm speed maybe slowing down a little bit, and that's affecting those serves. So it's 9-4. Panthers need to stop the bleeding here. Reagan Beasy pulling double duty tonight will serve. Her serve gets over the net. Jones with the bump, but she bumps it right into the bleachers. I don't know. I couldn't tell. Maybe that went out. We're going to trust her judgment on that. They would have been close. And Panthers will take a timeout, 10-4. Panthers trailing 2-0. So if we want to extend this game, we are going to have to make something happen here. And just, again, as Coach Nichols, as you said, one play at a time, one serve at a time, one set at a time. Take your time, get back in it. You can't get them all back in one set. So we'll see what happens here.
I'll tell you another thing, Alan and Dylan. The one thing as a coach that I would be really, and I've brought it out a little bit in this, is I'd be really upset a little bit with the lack of communication. I know at the beginning, at the beginning of the game when we had the momentum and the crowd was into it, the kids were into it, you could see them talking. You could see the kids talking. And I think sometimes when that, when you string 2 or 3 things that don't go your way together, you tend to lose track of that. And when you lose track of that, then, you know, those small things tend to add up against you instead of help you out.
I believe you're right. We're back on the court here. Again, still serving as Reagan Beasy, maybe break up some of her momentum. Panthers are set. Skyly Wilmer checked in, and, of course, just like that, you never know when that can happen. A timeout causes a little glitch in the serve, and Panthers get a point there. It's 10-5. Williams, Clay County's Williams, checking in for Delwart. And we'll see if Williams can make something happen here on the serve. The Panthers will be traveling to Nicholas County 1 week from tonight for their season opener at Nicholas County. So we want to get all these bugs worked out quick. Morton keeps it alive. Now she'll push it over the net. Duncan gets it to Severa, who's another nice block by Skyly Wilmoth. And, you know, that action happens so fast it's hard to register it in my mind. But Wilmoth providing the block there that really saved the point for the Panthers, and it's 10-6.
And I want to point out, on that return there, I did see communication. I don't know if you all noticed that. I seen the girls talking. Even if that point hadn't have played out in our favor, we were communicating.
Absolutely.
It's all about improvements here. Riverside will try to get it over. Severa just has to push it over the best she can. Workman sets it up for a back row hit by Williams, and she just never really had her footing. Couldn't get that one over the net. Right back to Riverside it goes, and number 3, that is Allison Williams, will be ready to serve. I believe that's Allison Williams. I don't know. Number 3 was the libero. I assume that's right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, well, apologies if you're from Riverside watching. We missed some of these names. We're doing the best we can here. Morton pushes it back over. Williams will bump it, and it'll be bumped over eventually by Riley Smith. Panthers will return it. That's Minger. It's set up for Smith. She's able to get a hit. It bounces off the hands of Williams for Clay County, and point goes to Riverside. It's 12-6. Riverside Warrior advantage. We're in set number 3. Panthers trail 2-0. Still at the set is Williams. Jump serve goes to the back row. Williams returns it, but then, Coach, I hope you weren't looking. There might have been a little miscommunication there. Two people watching the ball hit the ground.
I was trying to find our schedule coming up. I don't know if
I've got it right here. Let me give you a chance to look at it there. This time Jones bumps it, and Wilmoth, the tallest player we have, unable to do anything there with that spin on it. And it's 14-6. We trail by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here, so we got to get moving. Williams again with the jump serve, a lofty serve, bumped by Morton. Workman off the ceiling. Unfortunate break there. Workman hit that thing a little too high, and it bounced off the ceiling and straight down.
Yeah, not much you can do about that, just a bad break.
So Williams putting a string of serves together here, and this time it was out of bounds. Good call there. Late decision by Jones, but she made the right decision, and that ball's out of bounds. Back to the Panthers, and as you heard our referee Bunny tell us, 7 for 2. That's Lainey Nichols coming in to serve. She's set to go. She gives it a couple complimentary bounces there. Check of the air in that ball. Things seem to be good. And we're going to hit it right to them. Libero Isaacs returns it there. That's short with the dink, but Minger right there to save it. Now Morton puts it back over, and maybe a little miscommunication from the other side there this time for the Warriors. That's Beasy and Severa collided on that play. They're kind of looking at each other, giving each other smiles. I think they knew what happened there. It's 15-8 Panthers. This serve is returned by Short. The hit goes back to the Panthers. Williams gets a hand out, just not able to get in front of it, and it's 16-8. That was number 17, Reagan Beasy, with a nice hit. So set to serve for Riverside. Maybe
change here coming.
Change here.
Yep.
13 Isaacs will come out. 8, Olivia Severa will be set to serve. The jump serve and a good hard serve right where it needs to be, but the Panthers make a play on it. Williams will bump it back to the other side. The set by Beasy. The hit by Katie Hill out of bounds, and there's Katie Hill. We talked about her in the last game. We've kind of kept her quiet here so far, but you can't keep players with her talent down for long, so we'll need to be ready for her and be ready to make a play.
Yeah, I was going to say we hadn't mentioned her name much here in set number 3, but I'm sure that'll change here as we go along.
One full rotation, and this is our chance here. Olivia Gilliland set to serve. Good serve, right to Isaacs. The set, the hit.
Nice play.
Panthers got underneath it there. Gilliland hit the floor and got underneath it, but just not able to do anything with it. Again, just good play by the Warriors. That's number 10, J.C. Wiseman, with the hit. And notice there are a lot of kids on this Warrior team that can hit the ball. It doesn't matter who they have in the front row. They're always putting pressure on our defense. It looks like we got number 4. That's Holstein. She played very well in the JV game, getting her first varsity action. That serve under the net. So point Panthers. Brookie Morton will be set to serve. Jaden Delwart returns to the front line for the Panthers as side hitter. This serve very good. Isaacs, though, in a position to make a play. Holstein sets it. Stewart went up for the hit, just couldn't get it over the net, and it's 17-11. Panthers trailing by 6. Morton with the serve.
See if we can't get that momentum going again, Al.
Absolutely, and man, just like we've seen all game, we get a little momentum and we put it in the net. You've got to put pressure on the other team. That's something that get these kinks worked out in the scrimmage, and I'm sure these girls are probably beating themselves up a little too much this early in the season. They'll get it straightened out.
Absolutely, they will.
Kaylee Duncan is set to serve for the Warriors. Her serve is a good one, but the Panthers make a nice play and looked like maybe Riverside was in the net. No, they weren't. It looked like Wiseman again. Very stoic, very calm, just puts her hand up and puts it right where it needs to be. A good play. Duncan with the serve again, a short serve. Set by Gilliland, pushed by Jones. Holstein there to make a play. Duncan to Roberts. Nice save by Nichols. But Jones and Workman really not in a position to do anything with it, and it's 20-11, and the snowball effect in full effect here.
Yeah, this one's getting away from us a little bit. See if we can't rein it back in.
Let's just make play by play, one at a time.
It's a good start.
Cottrell to Workman. Workman a little late on that and couldn't get it over the net. It's 21-11. We trail by 10. Trail 2 sets to nothing. We need to really just focus on this particular serve. Don't worry about the score. This time Gilliland able to make a bump, but then miscommunication there in the movements. We still were able to bump it over. This time it's Delwart to Jones with the hard push, and Duncan and Holstein looking at each other, not knowing what to do there, and that's a point for the Panthers. And don't know if you saw that there. Maybe in their movements and where they need to go after the serve. Needs a little work there, about bumped into each other, but we're able to salvage a point. This time it's Jones. Jones with a good hard serve, nothing to be done, and we're getting some action over here with that volleyball. That was number 3, Williams returned it right to us, and we'll take it if it's a point for us.
Absolutely.
21-13, Jones. Set the serve again, good serve. Right to Williams again, got on her fast, unable to do anything with it, and we flipped the script here a little bit. Let's hope it's not too late. It's 21-14, Panthers trailing by 7 in a 2-0 hole here in the third set of this match in this scrimmage 2025. And this serve just a little short, I could see it. She maybe got in her head and tried to place it a little too much there. 22-14. Set to check in is Severa. Set to serve for the Warriors is Wiseman. J.C. Wiseman. Lofty serve. Cottrell gets underneath it. It's almost like we step too far back. They're able to place it in front of us. We get too far in front of us. They're able to put a lot of speed on that serve and get on top of us too quick. So good volleyball there. This time Cottrell in the right position. Gilliland with the short set. Wilmoth pushes it over, and that's a point for the Panthers. Wiseman hit the deck there, but just a little too late. It's 23-15. We're still in the ball game here. Minger will check in for Gilliland, and set to serve for the Panthers is Taylor Workman. Can't afford any bad serves here, down 8, this close to the end of the ball game. Workman's serve is to Wiseman, who bumps it right to Wilmoth, and Wilmoth puts it right back in their face. A good hit by Wilmoth.
Impressed they're not giving up a couple in a row here.
Absolutely, and when you bump that serve and it goes to the other team, it's almost like a perfect set for them, and that's what happened on that one. This time the serve, hard hit. Duncan keeps it alive, but not in any position for Stewart to do anything with it. And it's 23-17, 1 point at a time, ladies. 1 point at a time. Workman here to serve again. Gives it 4 bounces. Now serves it. Good serve. Wiseman to Holstein to Roberts, able to bump it back. We need a play here. Workman will set it. Wilmoth will hit it. No, she just pushes it. Holstein reaches out and saves it. Workman will hit it back to the Warriors. A lot of confusion. Holstein somehow able to get it. Williams hits it back over. Jones saves it. Back to Duncan. Back to Holstein with the set. The hit by Williams. And that is in. Man, good volleyball action there. Communication by the Warriors. They just kept it alive there, bumping into each other, didn't quit, and eventually set Williams, and she's able to put it right where it needs to be.
I think that was the best volley of the whole game, Al.
Absolutely good play by both sides. Game point for the Warriors. That was Abby Stewart, and caught a break there because she's a really good player. Didn't expect that from her, so caught a break there. 24-18, and the pressure goes to KK Williams as
match point.
She has to have at least 6 good serves here.
Absolutely.
To stay in the game. So let's see if she can do it. She's a senior. If anybody can, it will be her, providing that leadership that this team needs. No way to show that than to do what she needs to do here and get that serve over the net and then make a play. Good serve. Williams hits it back over. Ira Williams with the bump. Wilmoth will push it over into a good spot. Colliding was Wiseman and Duncan. They're unable to do anything with it, and it's 24-19. Panthers trail by 5. Again, it's KK Williams set to serve. She'll give it a couple bounces, spin it around, get comfortable with it, push it over. Good serve. Severa to Holstein. Now Severa will get a hit on it. It's out, and they don't hit it. Maybe they heard me that time. Hopefully they did. I was just trying to give them a few tips. And it's 24-20. Don't blink now.
Stranger things have happened.
Here we go. Williams goes through the routine. Serves it. It's over. It's Wiseman to Holstein. Trouble, and they'll let it go. Williams, last minute, hit it into the bleachers. It's 24-21. Can't get antsy here. Just do your thing. We got 3 more to go. We're halfway there. Williams will go through the routine. She'll spin the ball. She'll bounce it 3 times. She'll spin it in her hands a couple times. It's up. The serve, good serve. Severa saves it. Holstein sets it. Severa hits it. Saved by Williams. This is trouble. Morton able to keep it in, but it went to the side of Riverside, and that is how we finish. Final score in this set, 25-21 in favor of Riverside, and that's the ball game. Panthers go down 3-0. Just a scrimmage game. As the teams are shaking hands, just some final thoughts here. Thought we played well. Thought we did some really good things, but I think when they go back and watch the film of this, they're going to see some mistakes that they didn't have to make. I think they're going to see some mistakes in their serving, and then maybe when Molly Short and Abby Stewart were back to serve, we just couldn't get in position to make a play. What's your guys' thoughts?
Riverside's got a good squad as my takeaway from this. They were, 15-26 last year. I think they're going to get a few more wins than that this year, just from what I saw tonight. They got some really good volleyball players. The serving was excellent. They got some height on the front line. But for Clay, like we've talked about all night, Coach Nichols brought it up early. The height could be a problem. You can't compound that with those little mistakes that we seem to make. But I think there's promise there.
Absolutely.
Some really tough volleyball plays tonight. Diving on the floor, like you said, we're going to have some bumps and bruises tomorrow, and that's what you're going to see. You couldn't ask for anything else.
Well, guys, I believe it is next Tuesday. We open up the regular season over at Nicholas County in a try with Nicholas and Charleston Catholic, I believe it is. And I believe if we're going to come out with some success, we got to, although I thought overall we served decent tonight, I think that maybe our return of serve needs a little more work. Our communication needs a little more work. Although I'm not a volleyball expert by any stretch of the imagination, I believe that, things that, in volleyball, I notice that a lot of the times you want to have the dig to the setter, the set to the spiker, the 1, 2, 3, and then hopefully that third person puts it down. And we didn't get it. We didn't see a lot of that this evening, and hopefully in the future we'll get to that. And I think that's what a scrimmage is about. And I think that eventually, as the season progresses, like we said, we got a young team. We only have one senior, and I believe that those things will come as the year progresses.
Well, I think you're right, and that's why you play scrimmage games. And we don't know what the rotation's going to look like for this Panther team. We don't know who's going to be where. I think that's probably part of finding out a lot of substitutions we saw tonight. Once we get rolling into that regular season, we'll see if these girls can't string together some wins. A tough season last year, but they played hard. And this is a team that can provide some excitement, as we saw in a couple of these volleys. And we packed this gym. We make it loud. This is a really tough place to play when the crowd is alive, and I think you're going to see that as evidenced by the student section tonight, showing up, showing out, supporting these girls, and really proud. So I hope that you have enjoyed the broadcast. I really hope that we've done it a service. We'll be back in action. I want to give you a rundown here, some things that are happening tomorrow night. We're going to have our coaches show. We'll be live at 6 o'clock, so look for that. We're going to have a couple different coaches on. I know for sure we got cross-country coach Matt Stricker will be with us. We're also going to have Coach Champ from the volleyball team. We'll talk to her about this, what she thought of the scrimmage and get her thoughts and more about the upcoming season. Maybe hopefully get some information on football. I'm hoping Coach Nichols, you can stick around and maybe talk to us a little bit about in-depth what you saw on last Saturday at Sherman, and really bring you all things Clay County sports. I think you're going to enjoy it. Also, remember, Friday night, Panthers will be in action scrimmaging Shady Spring, their final tune-up football-wise before they get started, and their first regular season game is the 26th. Is that right, Coach? The 26th? Or no?
29th.
29th, I'm sorry. The 29th on a Friday night, Midland Trail. We're not exactly sure where that game will be yet. It depends on the turf progression, and we'll try to get you an update on that tomorrow as well. We'll be live there. And then, of course, we'll be back in action live for volleyball on September the 18th. That's a home try match between what looks like George Washington and Nicholas County. That starts at 5 o'clock. We'll be giving you some information on that. We'll be live right here for that as the Panthers take on those two teams. And I'm excited to see at that point they'll have played 2 or 3 games, and we'll be able to see just how much they've improved and what they're going to show us this season. So, final thoughts. Good game tonight. We want to thank again our sponsors. This is brought to you by Clay County Schools. We appreciate all the help provided there and all the sponsors. If you're looking to sponsor us this year in our endeavor, contact us here at the school or Andrew Miller at WVRC and Spencer. If you've already got sponsorships, we appreciate you so much, and we'll get those ads running as commercials. Want to thank my partners, Dylan and Coach Nichols, for stepping in tonight and helping me out. And for our first game, first volleyball game, I thought we did pretty good, and I hope folks enjoyed it. Guys, any last thoughts?
It's been fun, fellas. Talked a little volleyball with you tonight. I'm excited to get some football going here in a week or two. Alan, I think you did a heck of a job, Coach, adding some nice insight there. I had a good time tonight, boys.
Yep, we'll be right back at it. Coach, you got anything?
Oh, I just hope that, if I said anything about volleyball that wasn't accurate, it's just because I don't know much about volleyball. So hopefully, as the year goes, we'll
You did say return of serve. I don't know if that's a technical term, but it sounded good.
It is now. If it wasn't, it is.
I've watched tennis a time or two.
Yeah.
We need to work on our return of serve.
Return of serve.
I like it. I like it. Well, this has been really fun. Thanks for watching. I know we had some viewers out there. I don't know how many. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this back in replay, enjoy it. Again, we're not perfect, but we're learning and doing the best we can. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching online. And for WVRC Clay County Sports, I'm Alan Tanner alongside Dylan Vaughn and Coach Jason Nichols. Good night, and we will see you tomorrow night. Coach is so